Muffin, I saw that. Okay, for people who don't know what I'm talking about, like, before the stream started, Muffin just, like, spammed me with a barrage of a whole bunch of, like, throwable items and the dead command, despite the fact that I wasn't on the screen. That was also Muffin? What are you doing? You're wasting your points! You can't see what you can throw at. Yes! Bully the water boy. Good lord. Hello, welcome to the stream, everybody. I hope you're having a good day. I'm a little bit sleepy because I may or may not have, like, you know, I burned a little bit of the midnight oil last night. Not on anything important. But definitely did it. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the stream chat. In the event anybody wants to come and poke me. Also, am I using the right microphone? Yes. Yes. Good. Good stuff. Okay. Mood. Unfortunately, like, okay, let's just go ahead and, like, you know, cut to the chase. I may or may not be playing a video game during this particular casual stream. Don't worry, it's a game that I could, you know, kind of play with my eyes closed, sort of. And also, you know, caffeine's the only thing keeping me up. Ooh. Ugh. See, I went and I drank myself a Coke recently, so hopefully that will keep me awake in some capacity. Right now, all I got is some water. Phoenix is here. Hello! Welcome! Hello! I hope everything is great. Now, might as well just go ahead and, like, transition over to the game tab, eh? Why not? But before then, I do have to change the category just because it is different. There we go. I'm gonna swap that one, and now you guys get to see, like, you know, which game it is that I have in mind. What? Oh. Hey, look, the magma. By the way, there's a magma that exists, and you can draw stuff if you want to. Forgot to turn that off previously. What are you? What is this? What the frig? Oh, hey. Sleepy bit. It's mimicking real life. Yeah, 10 a bit. Right? Here, Matt. He's so much significantly larger than I am. I mean, makes sense. It's 10 after all. Trying to draw a bit hornet, but I can't draw. Oh, that's fair. And no worries. Here, there's a super high quality version of the 10 a bit. Again, made by Phoenix in the chat. Yay. It's TV time. He's very nice. Anyway, let me go ahead and, like, slide that away there. And, hello. Oh, it's Bango. I know Bango. I've seen Bango in the past. Although he's very sleepy. Like me. Oh my god. Bitby when he hosts movie nights in his Discord. I mean, I feel like that would be me if I was, like, you know, running a game show. Speaking of which, like, I have never run a game show before. I think that'd be kind of an interesting concept. There we go. My tracker has decided it doesn't want to see my hands behind the controller. Come on! You little jerks. Is the tracker clean? No, it's not. You know what? I'm gonna clean that real quick and see if maybe that fixes it a little bit. Probably not, but... He sneezed. No, he's snoozy. Hey, Pink. How's it going? Now, I get surprised at how much, like, this thing gets covered up by, like, you know, all kinds of spit and whatnot, because I project my voice and I yell a lot. There we go. I had to get the 3D clip off of it. Banjo Kazooie before ukulele? Well, I'm not gonna play ukulele like, you know, the replay game, I don't think. Not right now, anyway. I'm currently holding off on doing anything with ukulele until I, like, know for certain that the, folks over at, you know, Playtonic Games aren't gonna go and do, like, stupid AI shit, which, like, they've used, like, AI tools inside of Adobe's, like, software, which I guess that's not exactly using generative AI, but at the exact same time, it's like, it's iffy. It's kind of one of those, like, I don't know, my safety and security on that. FB. FB! I see you! Give me a second, I have to check my DMs real quick. Ooh, there's an HD texture pack for the recomp? Neat. Well, I'm old school as shit. Ow! Ah! Pink. My turn! Oh. Oh, thank you very much for bringing Snap over, Carl. Nice. Anyway. So this is interesting. This version of Banjo... Ah! What the fuck? I'm trying to dig into my nostalgia and you're just like... No. Anyway. Boink. Hey. Oh. Hey, look at this. Banjo seems to be running a little bit smoother than it usually would. Normally this would be like 30 frames per second and like, you know, glitchy frames akimbo. Very interesting. I wonder why that is. You saw nothing. He's fine. Killed it. Dang it. Die. Anyway, if it's not, like, ridiculously obvious, I may or may not have been playing a little bit of Banjo off the side ever since they made the announcement that they released the recomp. To give you an idea of just how much I've been playing Banjo. Let's go into the totals real quick. You know, maybe I've been playing just a little bit. just a tiny, just a little bit, Bango. Did you enable the C-Stick camera? You can have full C-Stick control instead of the N64 C-button controls for the camera. I considered it at one point. For now, I kind of want to just play with legacy controls and, like, the legacy look of the game. Just because, like, you know, I'm super ridiculously nostalgic for the way that the C buttons work and all that jazz. It does feel a little bit clanky by modern standards, for sure. But, yeah, I'm gonna stick with this for now because it makes me happy. Have you checked out this Roblox game called Pressure? I haven't, but I know that there are several people in my community that have. I know Mapley is, like, massively into Pressure, so... I know of it, though. The music in this game is a jam. All right, I gotta ask a question here. Carl, you say that. How many people in here have played Banjo-Kazooie or even know what it is? I await your response. FB, good on you. I have a Banjo-Kazooie skateboard. Rad! Holy, quite literally. Never played Banjo-Kazooie, sadly. Oh, you should. I know what it is, at least. It's Spookies of Souls. Never played, but watched people play it a bit. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's just, like, you know, Oh, I have not played it, but I know of the game. I was more into Jak and Daxter as a kid. Okay. Well, I know Jak and Daxter came out like far after Banjo-Kazooie and like their heyday. And Tooie and the GBA game, but not Nuts and Bolts. I played Nuts and Bolts. I think it's fine, but not as a Banjo game. Die. All right, well, okay. Let's just like, you know, completely demask this whole situation here. So what you're currently looking at right now is the Banjo-Kazooie recompilation. There are a bunch of dedicated fans that have managed to figure out how to decompile the N64 game and then recompile it as a native PC port. And so, you know, this is running like off of PC hardware right now. And it is super slick. So you're capable of having like ridiculously high frame rates. You also have the ability to like, you know, up-res everything. You can install mods. Like the door is kind of like busted wide open. You could do so many things with the Banjo-Kazooie platform now. And so the problem is, if you want to play the recomp, you do need a digital copy of the, is it a ROM file? I don't remember what it's called. It's like an N64 ROM file. You need that of the Banjo-Kazooie cartridge. I'm not going to tell you how to get your hands on it. If you have a cartridge, and if you have the tools necessary, you can rip the cartridge yourself if you want to. There are places on the internet that exist that you could potentially go and find the Banjo-Kazooie ROM. I'll leave it at that. And all I'll say is, not only I have a physical cartridge. I've basically proven that several times over the course of me playing Banjo-Kazooie on this stream, but also I do have the digital version. So here we are. But anyway, I gotta say, like, this is massively improved from the original Banjo-Kazooie. Like, it is, again, this game used to run at like 30 frames per second, and now you're looking at it at a crisp of like 60 frames per second. On top of that, the slowdown that you would have expected from this game no longer exists. It's completely clean. Here, to give you an idea of like the gameplay, let's go to like World 1, why not? Although I've already gone and collected a whole bunch of things as well over there, so that little backpack that I'll wear. Get out of here. Mambo's Mountain. Yay. Frickin' Grant Kirkhope. By the way, while we're talking about Grant Kirkhope and, like, you know, composers and whatnot, I forget, wasn't there an announcement that Grant Kirkhope was going to be in, like, Gameoverse or something? Is that, am I remembering that correctly? The Witch is voiced by the guy who made Conker's Bad Fur Day. Yep. He is, yeah. Along with Jake Kaufman. 2 of my 3 favorite video game composers of all time are going to be in Gameoverse. Holy shit! Brain explode. That makes me so happy. Freaked out when I saw his name. He's working on the soundtrack for Gameoverse with Jake Kaufman. Good. Like, the dude who composed the music for Banjo-Kazooie teaming up with the dude who composed everything for Shovel Knight. That is glorious. I love that so much. I am so looking forward to Gameoverse. Not only for, like, you know, the music and stuff, but I cannot wait for all of, like, the characters and stuff and, like, you know, learning a little bit more about the lore and things. I've heard so much about, like, oh, hey, there's a Kyle in here.
Yeah, something about root beer.
Yay, root beer. Do you have any root beer?
Yes, actually, I do. Ah, well, now that you remind me, I will be right back.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, Jake Kaufman did the music for Shantae as well. Oh, Carl's making a root beer float. Nice. I feel like, yeah, a show for Shantae would be really freaking awesome. There's just a lot of really quirky and interesting characters in Shantae that I think it would work really well. I wonder how, like, TV censors would feel about Shantae and, like... Shantae is kind of, like, scantily clad to an extent. So, like, I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of, like, studios that would look at that and just be like, can we cut down on the skin? So I don't know. Whoever you got to actually do the cartoon or like the TV series, they'd have to not be prudes. So
Are you ready for it?
had a cow. Ooh, I heard that fizz. Anyway, no, Kyle, did you recently hear the news about the Banjo Kazooie like decomp?
Negative.
I'm currently playing it on the stream. Uh,
Decomposition.
yeah. Well, a bunch of like nerdy whatsits found out how to decomp the original like Banjo Kazooie source code, and they figured out how to port it natively to PC.
Heck yeah, rot and decay.
Ah.
Decomposition. No, I know what I figured out what decomp meant. It's decompiling.
Yeah, decompile. I don't know, technically decomposition is kind of like decompilation. In a certain way. Just, less messy.
Native to PC, you say?
Yeah. So, like, you can run it at, like, super high frame rates, and also, like, all the N64 slowdown is just gone.
I won't be satisfied unless I can run it at 338 frames per second.
Knowing how, like, low power and, like, low stakes this game is, I'm willing to bet you probably could.
Don't ask why that number specifically. But I
So
want it.
the reveal trailer for the recomp, the creator of it said that even on his crappy PC, he was able to get it running at 360 frames per second. So yes,
Yes!
we can.
Oh, well, I have a 5080, or
Here we
like,
go.
I have a 5070, so what does that get me?
I'd say that gets it pretty darn high.
There are no monitors capable of running something like that. The pig says, Snow Kitty. Oh, that's Pierce. By the way, hello,
Hi.
Pierce.
Hello. My profile picture is a Palico from Monster Hunter, and during the holidays they dress up as little snowmen dudes. So that's what my profile picture is.
Yee.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, while I'm playing this, I'm curious. Kyle, Pierce, either one of you, like, what are some games that like you remember growing up with, like that, or you're like really fond of? Because like this is kind of mine.
Civ 3?
What 3?
Civilization 3?
Oh, Civ 3. Man. I'm so used to people talking about 5 and 6 that I forgot that like there are numbers earlier than 5 and 6. What even did Civ 3 come out on?
I think it was on PC. It barely ran on my Windows Millennium.
I suppose something like that would be difficult to port to like consoles of the earlier generations.
Most of the older games that I played, like before, like playing games on consoles, most of them were kind of like old PC games. I played a lot of Titanic Adventure Out of Time and Microsoft Pinball Arcade,
Oh, Microsoft Pinball Arcade.
which is different from Space
Yes.
Cadet 3D Pinball. Those are two different games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I think I'm remembering the Space Cadet.
Yeah, I know everyone has played Space Cadet 3D Pinball because that came bundled with Windows, right?
Yeah.
Microsoft Pinball Arcade was a different game that was basically a collection of 5 PC ports of different pinball machines, and they were actually really, really good, like pinball simulations. They had this one on there called Haunted House and another one called Cue Ball Wizard, and both of those are really, really great pinball machines.
Freaking Cue Ball Wizard.
It's
Just the
really
name
really fun.
itself.
The music is catchy, the physics were on point, and the um, graphics on the pinball machine were really really good.
Hmm.
Like the actual pinball animation, it looked really really nice.
Neat.
That
Pink
was a fun
apparently
one.
got a oh, younger sister adopted a new kitten. Adorable. What's their name? What kind of cat are they? Do they like cheese? We need more information.
Give to me your secrets.
And yeah, I'm very very happy that Banjo Kazooie finally got a native PC port.
Yeah. I was just having a conversation with my mom about this. Because she remembers all the games that I played when I was younger. And
Mhm.
I was going to into the details about what exactly it was, and she was like, "Is that legal? Are you gonna get in trouble for having something like that?" And I'm just like, they're literally not even like distributing any of the original code. Like, you need to
Yeah,
supply that yourself. Like, don't worry about it. You're good. And even
yeah.
then,
The legal precedent is that is 100% legal.
like, how old is this freaking game?
Well,
Is
like the
Microsoft
argument
doing
is,
anything with the Banjo franchise right now?
like the argument for it being legal is like if you go out and you buy a Blu-ray of doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what Blu-ray player you put it in. Some Blu-ray players might be capable of loading that movie faster, or making it just have other quality of life improvements on that Blu-ray, but you can run that Blu-ray on any player you want as long as you legally own that Blu-ray. Video games are exactly the same. You don't have to run them on the specific hardware that they were intentionally designed for. If someone makes a device that can run that game better than the official one, that's not illegal to do.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, if you wanted to make like a full-scale restoration of an old film reel, you could do that. Like, as long as you're not distributing it out to people. Like, if you can do the thing, like, do the thing. It just so happens that with decomps, the tools are readily available and easy to distribute over the internet, so anybody could do it. So, you know.
Yeah, you know how EverDrive is building those like EverDrive 64s?
Oh, yeah, right?
I'm pretty sure they don't have a license from Nintendo to actually make those.
Hmm.
But
Or
what they're
like,
doing is they're making a device that can run N64 cartridges better than an official N64. So
I believe it's called like the Analog 3D, if I remember correctly. Well,
yeah,
the
that's it.
EverDrive the EverDrive cartridge just runs N64 games. The
Yeah, right.
Analog 3D is like an entire new N64 console, but like it
Yeah,
allows you to
that's
play
the
your
one I was
games
thinking of.
via. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to have an Analog 3D, but my God, it's basically the price of just buying a new N64, and understandably, but
Yeah,
also like stock issues and all that. All right.
yeah.
So I went and blasted through the entirety of the game last night and earlier today because I have a problem. The only place I have not completed is Click Clockwood.
Have you tried any of the ROM hacks that people have made already that are fully compatible with this?
Not yet, but like, holy crap! Now that the door's wide open and like it's so easy and accessible to do, I'm thinking about doing that. Probably on the
If
stream,
you're
honestly.
curious about trying one, I highly recommend the Jiggies of Time.
Yeah. I know Jiggies of Time.
That's a fun one.
Now it's funny replaying this game. Like I realized that I was such a little frickin' weenie when I was 5. Because I'm running through this area, like it's just the fact that I've played a lot of this game, but it's just second nature to me at this point, man. Okay. I believe. Here we go.
Actually, there is one old platformer that I played around the same time. I wouldn't say that it's like some hidden classic. It's not a good game, but I did play it. It was Frogger the Great Quest.
Oh, Frogger the Great Quest. I
Like
know
Frogger too.
Frogger as a platform. They've tried to like reboot that thing several times.
They tried to turn Frogger into a 3D platformer, and it did not work. It was absolutely awful, and the game's also really, really short. You could beat it in an afternoon. But that's assuming you know how to get to the end, because the game is so obtuse and poorly programmed and poorly designed. That might be worth like a hate watch sometime if you're curious. But I do not recommend actually playing that game. And it has
Yeah,
so many
probably
designs
won't.
that are
Do
downright
not play.
terrifying.
Oh God! I just looked at the imagery. Oh, it terrifies me.
Of Frogger the Great Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think I need to
awful,
go
isn't it?
look at this.
That
Hold the
caused
phone.
pain to my soul.
I need to see what you're seeing. I've only seen the cover. Wow. I want to see. I want to see some gameplay. What the fuck? I'm gonna put this picture on the screen, and I think this sums it up pretty well.
Does he look like trailer trash?
Yep.
What the fuck?
The worst part is this is a still screenshot. That cow is animated,
Uh...
and its neck rotates 180 degrees.
No!
I
It's
don't want to live
terrifying.
here anymore.
I hate it.
Yep.
Go away.
Don't play this game.
Fair. I won't.
Go
You've
play
convinced me
Banjo
otherwise.
instead.
I'm trying to remember. Ow. You wait until, like, winter to grab this? I don't know. This particular map was all about, like, waiting for the seasons and all that. I'll be real. I think Click Clock Wood is, like, the one level in Banjo-Kazooie that, like, I have the least amount of knowledge on. Simply because, like, I was never good enough to actually get up to this point. And a heck of a lot better now.
The third Banjo game that we don't have.
What now?
We can pretend that because this level's new to you, we can pretend it's the third Banjo game.
Oh, yeah. Dude, like, okay, if there is anything that I really hope happens one day, I remember there were, like, beta builds and beta concepts that were made for Banjo 3E way back in the day. I doubt that they completely deleted those things. Like, they've got to be sitting on a hard drive somewhere.
I'm sure someone has them somewhere.
Like, eventually, at some, maybe like one day there's going to be a data leak or something at Microsoft, and someone will like drop off all that stuff that is just sitting somewhere. I hope so. Carl says, I made my friend play the Frogger game at 3 a.m. one time. Why? Why would you do that? You are not a friend at that point. You are a mortal enemy.
Did you at least have them play Frogger Advance too?
Frogger Advance.
Frogger Advance was another game that uses the same general story and character designs from The Great Quest, but it's a 2D side-scrolling game, and it was actually developed by Vicarious Visions. So it's not entirely terrible.
Oh. Interesting.
If their name sounds familiar, they also did the Crash Insane trilogy later.
Yeah, like, it did sound familiar.
And the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remaster.
Ah,
Then they were
okay,
absorbed into Blizzard.
that's where I remember them.
Yep.
He had the free choice to not play it. He just decided to listen to my evil ass.
Yes, that is evil.
Agreed.
Anyway, Banjo's good. I'm really
Yeah.
happy he's here.
Banjo is good. Hey, maybe something like this will actually convince Microsoft that it's a good idea to make a new one, eh? Hey,
Maybe.
actually, I'm boycotting Microsoft, so it doesn't matter.
That's fair. I think they're going to also be doing Banjo Tooie as well.
Good. You know what? If there is any game out there that needs a good remaster, it's Banjo Tooie. Content-wise, I don't know what they could possibly do with that, but like, I know that like that game runs painfully.
It does.
It's just like it's way too big for its own britches. You know, like
Yep.
the worlds are way too wide open. There's nothing to do in them.
It has the same. It has a lot of the same problems that DK64 has, where it's just big just for the sake of being big.
Yeah.
Although
Oh, you know,
DK64 is arguably worse because you can only collect things if you're a specific character.
oh, true. Well, I remember
Which is just really frustrating.
there was like a fan patch or something that allowed you to be able to swap characters on the fly, if I remember right.
Yep.
And apparently that's like the go-to way to play according to a lot of people.
Yeah. What I think is really funny about DK64 is that, you know how it was re-released on the Wii U Virtual Console, right?
Actually, I did not know that.
Well, it's available on there, and if you're like a hardcore DK64 speedrunner, you actually don't use the Virtual Console version, even though it should be better, because the Virtual Console version, like, it runs faster, right? It doesn't have the lag. So that means that it should be the better one to speedrun, because it'll have less time. It has faster loading times, faster everything, right? But the thing is, if you're a speedrunner in DK64, you actually want to have as much lag as possible.
Oh yeah, that's right. Isn't there like some cheese strats that are available that like don't work if the if the speed of the game is increased?
So it's two things. The first thing is that when they were developing the game, Rare knew that there was going to be lag that was just going to happen because it's an N64 game. And so as a failsafe, they made it so that if the game detects that it's lagging, it will increase Donkey Kong's speed so that it won't feel like it's lagging.
Ah, okay.
Which means if you're speedrunning, you need as much lag as possible so Donkey Kong moves faster.
Interesting.
The other problem is there are certain bosses that are really, really big and have a lot of moving parts, and that causes the game to lag, which means that the boss moves kind of slow, which is how he's designed to move. But if you play a game on an emulator where the lag is removed, suddenly the boss does not have lag, and he's moving way too fast, and it's a lot harder to fight.
Yeah, no, that's true. Shoot.
So for those two big reasons, that's why people usually play the N64 version.
So I imagine if there needed to be like a decomposition and a recomposition of DK64, I feel like it's gonna need to be more than that. Like they're gonna have to go into the nitty gritty of the code itself and be like, hey, take out these variables that make it so that the game slows down or speeds up depending on the performance of the game. Because you don't need it anymore, because this game isn't running on a potato.
Yeah,
just
that
stick
would
everything to one speed.
It would need to be a manual process that needs to be edited so that people can basically play the game with the correct N64 timing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Carl says, I also told him to play Despicable Me PS2 game. Carl, I think somebody needs to sit you down and tell you a thing about manners. Because that is rude.
Carl, why do you suggest people play bad games?
Right? God, that reminds me of one time that I had a friend of mine who wanted to play the B movie game as a joke.
Oh no.
And the funny thing, like, they did it, and then they were just like, wow, that wasn't a very funny joke. Okay, well, move on with our lives then. It's
like,
so dry.
If you play
it's so
a bad
shit.
game, at least play a bad game that has something you can learn from in it, or something that does something bad in an interesting way.
Mm-hmm.
If a game's bad and it's just kind of boring, like you've seen how it's bad in other games, it should offer something uniquely bad, you know?
I guess so. Do you
Otherwise,
have
I
any
don't really see the
examples?
point. Balan Wonderworld.
Yes,
That is a game that is uniquely bad. You
I
will not
agree,
find another
actually.
game like Balan
Yeah.
Wonderworld.
I feel like Balan Wonderworld is like the perfect. It's kind of the perfect example of something that could have been potentially awesome with the kind of budget and the kind of prestige it had, and it just fell flat on its ear, which makes me sad.
Or something like Sonic 06, which is a punching bag that keeps on giving.
Maybe. I feel like with Balan Wonderworld specifically, like that's more of a tragedy than anything, because it could have been
Yeah.
good.
It could have
Problem
been
is, there's a
amazing.
lot of stuff in Sonic 06 I look at and I go, oh, why did they think that was a good idea?
Well, with Sonic 06, you can at least understand why specific decisions were made because, like, oh, right, half the dev team left in the middle of development and they couldn't change the release date.
Yeah, I guess.
So, knowing that context, it makes sense why the game turned out the way it did. And there is still some stuff you can, like, learn from by playing that game if you're a designer. Like, okay, this very clearly doesn't work. I can see what they were going for here. Here's how I would have done it better. And also, this music is amazing.
Well, like,
There are still things you can enjoy and things you can dissect, but and that's a lot more interesting than like just a game that's just kind of bad and boring.
I will say, like, I think Balan actually does have a lot of elements to it that could have worked in the event that, like, um, they had more time to kind of, like, well, it's like the direction for a whole lot of the decisions just seemed kind of fudgy. You know what I mean? Like,
The main thing that killed Balan, I don't think it was like a problem with like the developers. I think it was more just like the creative decision to have everything controlled by one button.
oh, no,
And
exactly.
also,
Like, I think the
and also the
developers were
decision
really
to,
good at
for
what they
some
did.
reason, not let you actually play as Balan in any situation, even though he's the guy on the cover.
Yeah, I'm blaming a lot of the problems with Balan Wonderworld strictly on like managerial decisions specifically. You know, like the developers, they did a great job. The
Yeah.
people a part of the decision making for the structure of the game, they're the ones to blame.
Yeah. And we know that the developers are capable of making good games because the same team also made Sonic Superstars later. And Sonic Superstars was pretty good overall.
Does this make me a father for an eagle?
Yes.
Yay! Oh Jesus! I'm not used to how like wide open and huge this world is. Square Enix cheated.
Another
I'm trying
big
to-
problem with Balan was the decision to hide most of the plot behind a book you had to buy separately for $10.
Yeah. Now,
And
is
the decision
that
to have
was
none of
that
the
like an
characters actually
executive
talk.
decision, or do you think that was one of those things where they're like, "We're out of time. We can't fit this in properly. Here, have a book."
I'm inclined to believe it's option B.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of what that's the vibe I get. It's the whole like, in order to fix this mess. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of you remember when like Destiny came out and like that game went through development hell and a half, and a ton
Yep.
of the lore and a ton of the story ended up being like tossed into random little data log things that like you know, you have to actually sit down and read through the data log to get information on the freaking plot. Whereas it would have been really cool to see this plot actually unfold in the game itself.
Yes.
I feel like, you know, that's a similar issue. And also, thank you for throwing a mountainous amount of apples at me, Pink. I have a friend who's been dissecting it and has been helping out explaining the lore and such. Oh, interesting.
Been dissecting what? Balan Wonderworld?
I'm assuming Balan Wonderworld, because, like, Pink is actually like a major fan of Balan Wonderworld. Oh,
Nice. There is some interesting stuff in the lore of Balan Wonderworld if you actually do read the book, which I actually did. Um, it has some cool ideas in there, but in the back of your head, you're just thinking, this really should have just been the game. I don't get
aw,
why
man.
this is written in a book.
Oh, that's a darn shame.
Yeah. And even if it does explain certain things in the game, it doesn't excuse the bad decisions that the game did ultimately make.
Mm-hmm. I think I don't know. For me, it's like if you're gonna make a platformer that's going to be based around mobile mechanics and stuff, I feel like you gotta commit to being a mobile game. Like it just seems weird to release your game on PC. Actually, no, on like console and PC platform. Ow. And not adhere to like the mechanics and the style of those platforms as well.
Well, I think the idea behind Balan Wonderworld's simple control scheme was we want to make it approachable for kids. But the problem with that is that what are the most popular games that kids play right now?
Fortnite.
Fortnite and Minecraft. Those games use a lot more than one button, and kids
Okay,
love them.
guys.
So,
Can we discuss the fact that I'm currently playing a game that requires the use of like many buttons in order to play it?
and this
And
is
this is a
also a
game that
kid's
I played
game.
when I was a kid.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I don't think kids have gotten less capable of pressing buttons.
Yeah. Kids like pressing more buttons.
Heck yeah, man, dude! Shiny candy-like buttons.
Yeah. We've seen the Fisher Price controller. Kids love that stuff.
Yeah.
It's fine to use more than one button.
Mhm.
Even Sakurai figured that out when he did Kirby Air Riders. It uses 2 buttons.
Ooh, fancy. Really spoiling us. The 2.5-year-old I live with can play monkey ball, says Muffin. Well, there we go.
There you go.
That's freaking great. Actually, yeah. Well, all right. What version of monkey ball? Is it like some sort of a mobile version, or are we talking like they're playing old school monkey ball on like a retro console?
I mean, the first Monkey Ball was on like GameCube, so
Unfortunately, GameCube is retro.
no, the DS and PS2 are still pretty new. Okay.
Sure, you tell yourself that.
Yeah.
Did you know that the PlayStation 3 is about to be 20 years old?
That's scary.
I know, right? Oh man. And we still haven't gotten a native port of PT. Have we?
Yep. No, we haven't. We've gotten a lot of Unreal 4 remakes,
Mm.
but never like a native decomp or anything of PT.
It'll happen.
And if
I'm
you
sure.
didn't get it when it was available, you can't get it ever.
Yeah. Well, luckily there's somebody out there that probably still has a PlayStation 3 that they can rip the files off of, and
PS4, but yeah.
Oh, PS4. Sorry. But
Yeah, PT was PS4.
gotcha.
But there are a bunch of other games on PS3 that really, really should be ported by now, and I'm kind of surprised they haven't been.
Dang.
Like, where are the Infamous games?
Also learning how to play Mario Kart on the 3DS. Heck yeah, boy. And
Hell
you drew a
yeah.
Tenaling and a Bitling? Hold on a second. I need to see this. Oh! Hold on a second. I have to bring this up. Look at. Ah!
That's amazing.
Tenagoober! Look at him. I love your Tenagoobers. They're freaking great. Also, like. Oh.
That's gorgeous.
There are no thoughts in those eyes. Forgot the eye shines. To be fair, I get shit for that a lot. People are just like, why didn't you add any texture and shine to your eyes? They look creepy. And I'm like, what? It's not the style I was going for, but you're right. Ooh. Wow. Fishbowl eyes. He's so shiny too. I like how he looks. He looks very looks very watery. Makes me happy.
It looks very no thoughts, head empty.
Mm-hmm. Again, that's usually what a lot of Muffins goobers look like.
They look adorable.
We need Bit Be Peepus. Bit... it's literally just it's me as an egg. it's just
I know
egg
what I'm
to me.
doing for Easter.
Ooh.
It's time for egg delivery.
I don't even know how much more stuff there is to collect here.
My consciousness has realigned with reality. Did I miss anything?
Not really.
Banjo
We're just
will be
talking
on
about
PC.
like games that need to be ported
And-
that just won't be.
Yeah,
I see.
mainly Little Big Planet and Infamous.
Oh, dude. So I asked the question on Blue Sky recently because I'm genuinely curious about like how people feel about this. Is there like what is a game or a movie or like a thing that you use or that you have used in the past that you can no longer use because a corporate entity has come out of the woodwork and just taken it away? And one of those things is Little Big Planet.
Yep,
Because the servers are gone. You can't play it
they
anymore.
are.
Yep, that checks out.
There actually are fan-made backup servers, but unless you know how to connect those and set everything up and also hack your PS3, you can't do that. There's still no official way to play Little Big Planet online anymore. And that also is true for Mod Nation Racers as well.
Mod Nation Racers. God. I never played Mod Nation Racers, but like I know it.
It's
I've heard
freaking
the
awesome.
name.
I still have my copy of Mod Nation Racers. It's great.
I
But
just
the
remember
servers are
how
shut
like
down.
innovative it sounded, like how customizable the tracks were and all that jazz.
Oh yeah, the track creator was fantastic. It had a lot of depth to it, but it was also really, really easy to use, which is hard.
Yep. I remember Mod Nation Racers, like, I didn't play a heck of a lot of PlayStation things, but like the stuff that did catch my attention, like Mod Nation Racers was one of them. If I was more interested in playing on like it was on the PlayStation Vita, right?
There
Or
was
was
a
it-
Vita version, yes.
Okay. If I were more interested in like the PlayStation Vita, I feel like I would have gotten it for the Vita, but we kind of know how that went.
Yeah. The PS3 original was the best one.
It does seem like something that would work really well in the PlayStation 3. Like, PlayStation 3 had a lot of power behind it. Jesus!
Yep. And it had completely free online, so you could do all the crazy, cool online stuff, share everything, create characters, create cars, race with
I
your friends, all
forgot
that stuff, and it was
PlayStation.
free, and it was awesome.
I forgot the PlayStation Online stuff used to be free.
I don't think he
Yeah, it
has
was
anything to do
fantastic.
with it, but you can involve him if you want.
Shut the hell up. Ebay says Pokemon Black and White used to have the dream world where you could wander around different areas and find Pokemon with different moves and abilities and play mini games. I'm assuming that was something that was server based then. If you
Yep.
say it used to have it.
Yep, it was an online thing, and it's gone now.
I've seen like a lot of people bring up like old MMOs, ones that like they weren't very popular, but there was this big MMO craze around the swing of the after World of Warcraft became super famous,
Hmm.
and suddenly everybody needed to have their own like massive multiplayer online thing.
Yep, everyone had the idea to just do exactly what World of Warcraft was doing, and it didn't work because World of Warcraft was where everyone's stuff was.
Right. I never played World of Warcraft, mostly because I was terrified of the addiction that I might have gotten if I started playing it.
Yes, I understand entirely.
Did you play World of Warcraft?
No, for that exact reason.
Well, my brother, he got like really into World of Warcraft when it came out, so I saw firsthand what World of Warcraft does to a motherfucker.
It is a really compelling game to play.
I never did my mother. She refused.
Shut the fuck up. That is terrible.
That is very terrible.
That's from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
course
Oh,
it
I
is.
didn't know about that. That sounds like something out of Grand Theft Auto. Jesus.
Yep, that checks out.
Um,
World of Warcraft is a good game, but I do think that maybe MMOs probably aren't for me.
Possibly. Well, my thoughts are if I played MMOs a little bit more when I was younger, maybe I would have gotten into them more. So
The thing for me is that like I don't like having to pay a subscription for a game. I like being able to own the games I play.
oh,
World of
I feel
Warcraft
that.
being an online game, you can't do that.
Yep. No, I feel that. As somebody who's getting real sick and tired of everything being a service nowadays. Yep. No, I agree.
Well, that's the best way to drain people of their money. Ensure a sustainable income.
We need more money.
Okay, Bobby Kotick, but you already have $400 million, so...
Yeah, but I need another super yacht, so pay up.
How about you play your employees first and your taxes?
That costs money. Just put it in
Exactly.
offshore bank
See?
accounts.
but I don't have any of that money anymore. It's currently sitting in a different country.
Well, whose fault is that?
I can't just go and grab it, because then I'll have to pay taxes on it.
U.S. tax law's fault.
Yeah, and whose
Oh, I
fault is it that
forgot
the laws
you
were
can-
changed? That's
Mm.
right, it's you. Okay.
Oh, Lord. You know, I'm glad that, like, you know, we know about these things so we can joke about them. Sucks that these kinds of things exist, but, you know, what are you going to do?
Make fun of it when we can.
Yes, punching up
Well,
is
it's-
always okay.
It's about all we can do. Yeah, punch up.
Anyway, this is your PSA to drink Pepsi over Coke.
What the fuck?
Because Bobby Kotick was on the Coke board of directors for multiple years at the same time he was at Activision.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the mind that, like, I probably shouldn't drink any soda, period. But, you know, look
Probably
how that's
not,
going
but if,
for me.
if someone held you at gunpoint and said Coke or Pepsi, now you have an ethical reason to pick Pepsi. Aside from the fact that they do have the better Japanese marketing campaign.
Yeah, I
Because
suppose.
Pepsi Man is hilarious.
You know what, man? Genuinely, I have a really big issue when it comes to actually choosing between Coke or Pepsi. Like, I like both of them for their own individual, like, they have like very different flavors and very different profiles, and I enjoy them. Nova is asking
Sprite.
what today is.
National Pie Day! No, wait, that was Friday.
I like Sprite.
I don't know where this is going, but okay. Yeah, I like Sprite too. I've been getting into 7-Up actually because I'm really bored of Sprite.
7-Up's pretty good.
7-Up is like basically when you're just sick and tired of Sprite and you want something that's a little bit stronger. It's the 16-year anniversary of TUZ. Is that Team Umizoomi? Unfortunately, I didn't do a heck of a lot of watching of that. But hey, that's awesome.
Also, 7-Up gave us a really, really good Sega Genesis game.
Was it good?
Yeah, have you ever played Cool Spot?
No.
It's a fun game. You play
I
as
know
Cool
of it.
Spot.
Hey, he's a cool spot. But I like.
Yep.
I seem to remember that, like, you know, I remember it was a thing, but also I don't know, I just shrug. It's just it's one of those, like, maybe I should be a little bit more thankful about the fact that something like Cool Spot exists, because, like, if you think about it, like, very rarely do you get something so ridiculously, like, corporately mandated and so, like there's something about corporate shill video game that does hit the spot, so to speak.
Sometimes dumb corporate shill games can actually be entertaining.
Well, not only can they be entertaining, but also, like, sometimes they're just straight up entertaining, just, like, by standard.
Sometimes they're just straight up good, like Chex Quest.
Or the Burger King Sneak Quest thing.
You will not talk about the Burger King ever again. You get his name out of here.
It was stupidly amusing.
It really
It was
wasn't.
amusing, but I wouldn't say that was like an unironically good game.
That
No,
that game was like
it was terrible.
that game was amusing for like 10 minutes, and then you realized that's all the game was, and then you got sad.
And yet it's so memorable.
The best of those games is probably Chex Quest, mainly because, like, if you remove the branding from it, that game is actually a good game, and that's just because it's Doom.
Oh yeah, right.
Like, it's literally, you take Doom and you replace some of the sprites with, like, Chex characters, and then you have different levels, and it plays exactly like Doom. It runs the Doom engine. It is literally just Doom.
I seem to. So there's this one piece of software that I am looking for. There's probably a digital archive of it somewhere. Does anybody remember, like, the Captain Crunch video games that came in the cereal?
Yes, there was,
think
like,
so.
this one where it was like a pet simulator thing. You have to raise these little, like, crunchy character things.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I remember that one.
And, like, I'm sure, again, somebody's probably uploaded it somewhere, because, you know,
I'm
I
sure
forget.
it's an internet archive somewhere.
Like, is it General Mills? What's General Mills gonna do?
I don't think they know or care.
Like, do they remember that they made that in the first place?
No.
The frickin' Crunchitize thing, feeding your pet
Captain
Captain
Crunch's
Crunch.
Crunchling Adventure.
Yeah.
That's what it was. You raise your little Crunchling and you play a bunch of mini games, and there's this pre-rendered Captain Crunch guy.
I don't remember it being
Yep.
good. I just remember being very nostalgic for it. I am batting 1,000 today on climbing this tree. Muppet Babies reboot exists. Matt, I haven't thought about Muppet Babies in a while. Is Muppet Babies like... Is it like a CG reboot? God, I hope not. That
Why
would
does the
make me
reactor
sad.
core look like a damn naval mine?
Well, huh?
Got a random side mission in here to deliver a reactor core to somewhere. The reactor core is shaped like a naval mine.
Don't ask questions. Just
I
install
found
the mine
I found the
reactor
disc image
core.
for Captain Crunch's Crunchling Adventure. It also comes with 250 free hours of America Online.
Oh, thank God! I needed to renew my subscription. Jesus.
Wow.
I see. I never had America Online. I had just like standard dial-up, and I connected via like good old Windows like dial-up modem. You used to have a Muppet Babies computer game as a kid. Really? Okay. I've gone and grabbed, I think, all the things in spring, aside from I think I gotta become B.
Ikapokum.
Ikabokum. Addy Mumbo.
Doot, 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 doot,
What are your
doot, doot,
you
doot.
guys' favorite childhood shows? Hmm.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was really good.
I grew up with like all of the Rugrats.
Fairly Odd Parents.
If you want to say like
new-
really early childhood, probably the Rugrats.
The New Adventures of Winnie the
SpongeBob
Pooh.
lives rent free in my head. So.
Oh yeah, classic SpongeBob is great.
Buzz.
Dexter's Laboratory. Vader's
Oh
Inn.
yeah, Dexter's Lab.
Yep. Ed and Eddie.
Yes!
Good Lord, Ed, and Eddie.
It was an acid trip, but man, I found it funny.
I mean, it was funny because it was an acid trip.
Jawbreakers. Yeah.
Jawbreakers.
It's literally the size of a basketball.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Also, Hey Arnold, that one was pretty good.
Ooh, yeah, I remember Hey Arnold.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Hey Arnold.
Did these vines hurt to walk through? No.
Jimmy Neutron was fun.
Ooh,
Yep.
man, I remember there was some kind of interview I remember hearing about that, like, apparently the entire process for making Jimmy Neutron was kind of what it was like one gigantic drug trip.
Yep.
And a lot of like the people that worked on Jimmy Neutron barely remember anything about the process of making it, aside from it was like chaotic and confusing and like not that it was like, you know, bad or anything. It was just like it was an interesting process, and they had a lot of weird concepts that they just rolled with.
All right, writers, we need another Jimmy Neutron episode. Everyone gathers around the hookah.
I was thinking more like, you know, they do a little like chopping up and then
And then they say
hey,
brain
that'll work
blast,
too.
and then they come up with the premise for a new
brain
episode.
blast.
Talk about a brain blast.
Yeah, because they're blasting their brains.
Shimmershine, Paw Patrol, Bubble Guppies, and Blaze the Monster Machines. All of that is outside my realm.
Yup.
Every single ounce
I
of it.
remember watching a lot of the Fox Box as a kid on Saturday mornings. Do you guys remember that?
I tuned into the Fox Box a couple times, yeah.
Name sounds familiar.
It was a block on, like, I think Fox Kids. Later, they changed their name to 4Kids TV,
Yep.
Oh, okay.
and it was all the shows that were dubbed by 4Kids.
Of course.
So it was stuff like Kirby Right Back At Ya, which was a really, really cute show. Sonic X, they had, I think, Ninja Turtles on there, and also stuff like Magical Do Re Mi and Winx Club. And I also
Oh,
think they
yeah.
had Shaman King and Yu-Gi-Oh on there. I'm not sure, actually. Oh, yeah, and they also had the 4Kids version of One Piece, which
yeah.
is not a version that I would recommend to
Took a
anyone.
bite of gum gum.
Yep. Set sail for One Piece. It's the name of the treasure. Actual lyrics to the song.
I love how they have to explain it in the lyrics to the song.
All right, so I'm a bee and I'm in a hive. Why?
Yep.
What am I doing? Oh, hello. Now I know why.
There he is.
I suspect I can't do anything here just yet. It's like I'm not. I can't kill any of the other like bees in here.
Can't you like ground pound or anything on get the jiggy?
No, I'm a bee. I can fly
can't
around
ground as
and
a
be
bee?
stupid.
Okay.
That's it. I believe. I think the beehive is something that you have to enter like later on in the season, if I remember right.
Okay.
In fact,
I'm
the
going off
choice
of, like-
doing-
very very pure memories, and also like Banjo playing Instinct.
In fact, the choice between being actually useful and dying to a swarm of bees is the perfect exercise for personal autonomy.
Steve, Joe, Josh, one has to go. For some reason, I never liked Joe. No, no, I never liked Joe. I don't know why. Nothing against
Actually,
Joe.
there's
It's
this-
just like I like Steve, and
There's
honestly,
this one
I've
bit
seen a
of
bunch
lost
of the.
media that I've had a hard time finding.
Was that?
So it was this thing that they did. Are you familiar with a movie called Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Oh, I remember it existing.
So around the time that movie came out, 4Kids TV actually had like a sponsorship deal or something where they would air advertisements and stuff for it during the commercial breaks. And as part of one of the promos that they did for that movie, they had different 4Kids characters interview Shark Boy and Lava Girl. And one of the characters who counts as a 4Kids character is Sonic.
Oh,
from Sonic
yeah, that's
X.
right, Sonic X.
So somewhere out there is an interview between Sonic and Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and I cannot find it anywhere. It only aired on 4Kids at the time, and I have searched. If anyone has any leads on Find to Get whatsoever, please let me know.
Lost Media Wiki, help.
Please. I want to find the Sonic interview with Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I want to find the shark. I want to find that. Oh my god. That'd be so entertaining. Wasn't Shark Boy and Lava Girl made by the same like studio that made Spy Kids?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Spy Kids. I have weird nostalgia for that series, but man, I think back, it wasn't good.
It wasn't, but it was entertaining.
It
It was very fun.
It did its job.
It wasn't good, but it was fun, and Spy Kids 2 has that one line that's surprisingly really, really deep that it just feels really out of place in that movie.
You think? Oh. There we go.
Yes.
Do you think God stays in heaven because he too fears what he creates?
Thank you, Steve Buscemi, for giving us the best line in that movie.
It's just
In
like,
the entire trilogy,
who,
really.
who wrote this? This is absolute fire.
Fire! Oh, I'm on fire! I'm on fire! Sorry, that happens sometimes.
Thank you for throwing things at me, Nova. I appreciate it. Oh dear. I think I need to be a bee in order to get in there.
I think you might need to be a bee.
Could be a bit B.
A bit bee? Well, there you go. There's a drawing prompt. I mean, I'm sure somebody has drawn it before. But there can never be enough variations of bit and bee. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Yeah, Pierce, you
Nova said
I mean,
to do it.
one thing we can definitely say, you are charitable. All right. I really genuinely hope that I'm
Muffin
finding all the
says,
things.
That reminds me of the line, I salute you, and for those who never return, I salute you twice. It's a fire line, and it comes from a Winnie the Pooh movie. It comes from Pooh's Grand Adventure, and that movie has multiple fire lines. That movie is amazing.
Man, who's Grand Adventure? I think I remember that movie. Good
The best
Lord.
line in that movie comes from Tigger.
Which line is that?
Piglet is stuck up in a tree, and Piglet's scared because he's afraid of heights. And Tigger, because, he bounces everywhere, he's explaining to Piglet, look, Piglet, it's okay. There's no difference between falling hundreds of feet to the jagged rocks below and tumbling out of bed. You're going to be fine. And then Piglet's like, oh, really? And then Tigger says, yeah, sure, except for the splat at the end. They're practically similar. It's great. And
I
that
love
obviously
Tigger.
does not
Tigger's
happen at all.
great.
But it's really funny, and that's a really good line.
Man, I remember I did watch Pooh's Great Adventure. So like I've seen that. I watched The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh on like VHS. I don't think I ever saw the Piglet movie, but I knew that like it was a thing that existed. Whether or not it's
okay.
good, I don't know.
The most notable thing to come out of the Piglet movie is the Piglet game, actually.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That tie-in game that has music that was used in the Silent Hill 2 remake.
This is real, people.
This is
That's an
real.
actual thing.
The Silent Hill 2 remake used music from Piglet's big game.
What?
That's not a joke. That's actually true.
My consciousness realigned with reality again, and that's the first thing I hear.
Yes.
They're playing banjo. You didn't tell me.
Oh,
playing
sorry
banjo.
about that.
Oh,
I
hey,
kind of
he's
made it a
playing
little bit of a
banjo, by the
surprise.
way.
Hello. How's it
Hello.
going, Nova? Actually, no, not you are Jesus.
I'm
Why
I'm
is that
Diesel now.
still stuck in my head? You're
So
Cecil.
because- Yes.
Good freaking
You're
god.
doing
No.
great.
Because
I'm
you
doing great.
have, because I went.
Doing good.
No, it's fine. Because I went by Nova for. Well, I still do technically go by Nova, but but you have another regular who's also named Nova, so I rebranded to be less generic. So I figured, yeah, you might as well also just call me Cecil now to get,
Right.
so that doesn't get mixed up.
It's honestly a really good name.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's
Person
got a
in here
good ring
named
to it.
Phoenix.
I have
Like
fallen.
Cecil with a Z.
Ow.
That's a hard jump to make.
Definitely. At least I got my the treasures before I left. Anyway, no, Cecil, have you heard about this?
I think Pierce mentioned it like last night. Or no, Friday when we were watching Gravity Falls. He's like, guess what? Banjo has a PC port.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I am like, oh, Bit's good. That Bit's definitely gonna play that.
Yeah.
No, hold on. No, absolutely not. No, Bit would never play that. I don't know why you think Bit would ever spend his time playing a game he's played several times before again. Even though like it's the same gameplay. Like no, Bit would never do that. Not in a million years.
Have there ever been any
Absolutely
banjo
not.
levels and/or worlds that have been ported over to Hat in Time?
Yes. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's been ported to Hat in Time. Banjo is definitely one of them.
Wouldn't be surprised, but
Anyway, I started playing Banjo like last night, and then I just didn't stop.
That's fair.
It's very fair.
I don't think. And I give that treatment to. Dang it. I give that treatment to Banjo. I don't necessarily know if I would give that treatment to Tui.
That's also very fair.
Like, Tui's fine, but I don't know if I would, like, marathon the ever-loving heck out of it. It's a shame that I've already, like, played these games on the stream. Like, I have no reason to, like, do a restart of any of these games, like, officially.
It's not
I guess the
technically
only
a
real thing
banjo
left would be
game,
to
but
just
did
try
you?
mods.
It's not technically a banjo game, but I have heard Yuka Replayly is a massive, massive improvement on the original.
We were talking about that. I'm holding off on playing Yuka Replayly because they recently did a thing that I am a little bit iffy with. this was like around the
What did they
time
do?
that they actually like released Replayly. They were advertising that Yuka and Laylee were taking over the London Underground to advertise Yuka Replayly.
Yeah.
And the advertisement that they did, it was a picture of the London Underground, except they like superimposed a bunch of the ukulele characters in random places all throughout the underground. But people
And
saw
also,
that
the
and they're
picture
like,
of the London Underground wasn't actually the London Underground. It was an AI render of the end of the London Underground.
Oh.
now
Yeah.
here's a little bit of
Well,
context for it. And I did do a little bit of research to like look into this for myself. Playtonic came out on record to say that the picture that they used actually was a legitimate stock photo that they got, like, with permission, with license. And that it was not an AI generated image. However, what happened was they used like a tool in Adobe Photoshop to like get rid of a bunch of the crowd that was inside the picture for the London Underground, because they were like, that doesn't really fit thematically. I think we should get rid of people. And apparently something about the tool that they used to automatically take out all the people in the London Underground made it so that it was leaving a bunch of like artifacts that look incredibly similar to AI. Because like effectively
yes,
that's
it was
what
just a-
that's what Adobe's AI tools basically
Yeah.
are.
It's just a smart tool.
And I looked it up online and I did find the original stock image, and it does exist. It looks exactly like that, except it has people in it. So I think they're telling the truth with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
However,
Thus,
my issue with it is that if this is true, this is like the shittiest decision they possibly could have done for their advertising. Like, that, I am not like a professional graphics designer or anything like that. However, I have dabbled in like web design and marketing, and I've also like, done stuff with composition, with like, learning and whatnot. And the one thing that I have learned over the course of my time doing it is like there are many different ways that you can compose an image, and I think they chose the shittiest ways possible. I'm gonna be real. Like, the AI botched a whole bunch of like things in the London Underground, and then proceeded to like copy paste literal just like clip art of Yuka and Laylee all over the London Underground. They could have done better with that. Like, they could have avoided using AI tools in general had they just like used some stock images that they already had and did some clever like layout work to make it like to cover up as much of like the people in the London Underground as possible, and then just added like some banner text talking about there was a London Underground takeover, like, and it would have looked 10 times better than what it had ended up being. So like, I don't really take the excuse of, oh well, we had to do this because we need to get all the people out of the picture. No, you didn't. You really didn't. You also didn't need to make it look as crappy as it is. Like, this is a very major issue on the marketing department. Like, whoever is in charge of marketing, they need reprimanding.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And I guess the fact that like any part of their company is interested in using AI tools in general kind of squicks me. Look, I'm sure they probably didn't do that for Yuka Replayly, but it still left a bad taste in my mouth. So personally, I'm like, I'm gonna hold off on doing anything with Yuka Replayly until I can get a better feeling of the fact that they're not gonna do something like that.
That's fair.
I mean, I
like,
feel like smart tools are just, that's not really generative or stealing from anybody. So that's
It's
ideally
not.
what we should use AI tech in graphics for, but like
Mhm.
you said, it just looked really bad, and
Mhm. Right.
that sort of
So,
thing. And
yeah, I'm not gonna like come out and be like, no, they use generative AI, kill Platonic Games. No, it's fine.
smart
Uh,
tools are good, but they also should not give people an excuse to be lazy and make things look shitty.
right. Well, the
Isn't
first
there a
thing that I
train
thought,
like in Ukulele already? They couldn't have just superimposed that and made it look like it was in the London Underground.
maybe, what my thought was like, what a great opportunity it could be to just get one of the local artists, or heck, they could like just commission an artist that they know to not even make a full rendering of Yuka and Laylee. Like you could do a stylized like pencil sketch or something and theme the London Underground stuff on that if you wanted to. That there are many ways that they could go about doing this. Like they kind of did it in they did it in the way of like, you know, your grandma is making a post to everybody talking about the Christmas party that we're having. You know what I mean? Like, what's the vibes I get from their hat? I'm just like, have I got all the caterpillars?
Okay, we need to advertise this. Marketing team, go! It's literally just a skeleton in an office chair.
Genius! Cut, print. I see a menace currently being drawn over in the magma. And it is all Muffin's fault. I'm gonna cut to it. Screw it. Hold on. There he is. Scrampton and his children. That is nightmare fuel. Also, looking back on the rendering, like the rendering of the eyes, they're so pretty.
Oh,
I like them.
it's a bit blob.
Bit blob with legs.
Little
Spampton,
nubby legs.
proud father. Let's see. Okay. Doesn't appear to be any other chaos currently happening, so we're just gonna run away from that. Okay, Bird is now satiated. Oh, Lord. Trying to remember... What else do you need to do on this map? Oh, yeah, Nova. Me as Robbie Rotten was done, like, a couple of streams back by Phoenix. And it looked good. Here,
Very good.
let me pull that up again. I can see that I will have to teach you how to be villains.
We are number one. Hey.
Hey.
Okay.
I think all I got to do is just do the transformation now, if I remember correctly. There we go. Oh, whoa. Another worm. But how many? What? Wait, Junior wasn't done eating? Okay.
I don't. It does. It doesn't seem to matter how many years go by. Whenever I see Banjo Kazooie, I will just always associate it with that doctor's office that I first played it in.
Yeah, that's right. You were talking about that.
Yeah, like when I was a little kid, I saw it was like a family psychiatrist or something that specialized in, kids with autism. And while we were waiting, They had an N6 and they had a little playroom for the kids with an N64, but like Banjo Kazooie was the only game they had.
That is such a
So every
weird
time,
game to
so
have
every,
for
so every
like
time I would go and play it,
Banjo
and it was
Kazooie
the first
specifically.
time.
Like you couldn't have gotten a multiplayer game for the kids.
Nope. It was basically just Banjo Kazooie, and so every time I went there, I played it, and I just so strongly associate it with that doctor's office kids waiting room.
Did you have your own dedicated save file that like you were able
Uh,
to keep and like follow up on?
I usually just started over every time I went,
I mean that's fair.
either because it got deleted or I didn't understand. I was too young to understand how save files worked.
Ow. I should have healed up.
Not the bees.
Your best note score for this world is now awful. Not the bees. No, here's some good news though. There's some quality of life things that were built into this version of Banjo-Kazooie Recomp. Specifically, like it has native rumble support now, which is really nice. But also it has note saving, so you don't have to worry about constantly recollecting the notes after you die.
Oh, that's nice.
That's very nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's like that's one of the things that like has pissed off so many people. Like the whole, I mean, it's so much of a frustration that like the Xbox re-releases of Banjo-Kazooie included that function.
Good.
All right, I'm not gonna have to redo the entire bird quest again, am I? I hope not. I'm gonna have to go check on him, see if he's sleeping. If he's sleeping, we're good. If he's still an egg, we're in trouble. All right. Man, what are some other games that I really hope get this kind of, this kind of attention? Because so
Recomp
far,
treatment.
yeah, like the decomp treatment. So far,
Ape
I've seen.
Ape escape. Ape escape. Ape escape. Please.
Ape Escape was a PlayStation thing, so I don't think I ever played Ape
Yes.
Escape.
Oh my god, it's like, see, what Banjo Kazooie is to you, Ape Escape is to me.
Mm.
It is the first console I ever owned was an original PlayStation, and Ape Escape was the first game I had for it. And in my childhood, I played through the game with doing 100% completion, 100% complete playthroughs. I had 12 of them. At least
I just
at least 12.
realized.
At least 12.
This is a lot
Right,
easier
block.
than I was making it.
You did it.
I did it. It's like my brain rebooted. I'm like, oh, I have invincibility. What am I doing?
There is one recomp that I was able to try like a beta build of. It's not fully released yet, but I was still able to try it, and I'm very excited for it. It's Sonic 06.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. They've been trying to like fix Sonic. There's people who've been like basically trying to fix Sonic 06.
There is already like a fan remake of the game that was made in Unity, but there is a full recomp happening of the original Sonic 06. Basically giving it the same treatment that Sonic Unleashed got. And
Can you imagine playing that game without
that.
loading times?
Can you imagine playing that game with mod support?
Oh, that'd be fun.
That's gonna be amazing. Sonic fans are insane, and I love them. And I am very excited to see what they will do with that game because for some reason the Sonic fandom is determined to never let Sonic 06 die.
Nope.
And I'm sure Sega is really happy about that.
I mean, at this point, I think they're just thinking, yeah, sure, why not? It's not like they're ever going to touch Sonic 06 ever again, so...
Yeah, no, I guess.
Weirdly enough, the live action movie series did reference it, or at least the Knuckles show.
Yeah, it did. They referenced the Flames of Disaster.
The Flames of Disaster!
And we
I
had a
remember
puppet
that.
Iblis.
Yep.
We had Iblis as a puppet.
Yep. For some reason.
It was so funny.
That was great.
Ah, dang it. Owie.
Yeah, I'm excited for that recomp, and I hope we get other ones in the future. I'm hoping we get some PS2 games recomped.
Mm.
I'd love to see the Sly Cooper trilogy.
Ooh,
Oh, that'd be kind
yeah.
of nice.
Well,
Well, like the Sly Cooper games have always been kind of landlocked to the PlayStation, so that'd be nice to be able to play them somewhere else.
The last time they were officially released, they were put on PS3 and PS Vita.
Yeah,
So
I have
if you-
I have the PS3 compilation.
I do too, but I'd like to play it on something that's not a PS3.
Yeah, I still have my PS3, so
I do
Hey.
too, but a lot of people don't have PS3s, so
That's
they're kind
fair.
of out of luck.
that's fair
And the Sly games are awesome. They should be available.
for sure.
And unfortunately, Senzaru Games probably won't be able to port the games again. Because after they finished Sly 4, they were bought up by Facebook and had been working in the Oculus mines. And last week they were shut
Oof.
down.
Yep, I remember that.
Yikes.
This is one of like the biggest reasons why, like, whenever I see big company like buyouts and mergers, I immediately like think terrible things. Man, that's a
And
shame
it sucks
because
because
like,
they had a script for DLC for Sly 4 already fully written, and now we'll never get to see it.
oh man,
That sucks.
I really hope Sly Cooper can come back eventually because that series is so good. Especially Sly 2 and 3. But yeah, seeing anything done with those would be great. It would also be fun to see the PS2 Ratchet and Clank games.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'd be
I
kinda
love.
cool.
I've been meaning to finally play the the most recent Ratchet and Clank game, the one that came out when the PS5 did.
Rift Apart?
Because it does have a because it does have a PC port. I've been meaning to play that forever, and I just have not gotten around to it.
That game's pretty good.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's good. Also, the
Yeah,
Ratchet and Clank Future Trilogy, the PS3 ones, those are great.
Yes, those are my favorite. Those are my favorites. That's when I was really into the series. Is when I had a PS3 and my friend recommended me the Future Trilogy, and I'm just like, I freaking love these.
Kraken Time, my beloved.
Kraken Time is so good. Oh,
Tools of Destruction was also great. But yeah,
it was.
yeah.
the PlayStation kids are currently having a fun time chatting. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here with my N64, being like, "Have you heard of
See-
Quest 64?
That got a recomp, actually.
Quest 64?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's already out.
That's
So you
You know,
could
one
play
thing I
that.
like about recomps is the fact that, like, when one recomp happens, several other ones tend to follow in suit.
Yep.
Because, like, the code base is so similar that it's it's not a far stretch, basically.
Yeah.
Oh man,
And like the guy who did the Majora's Mask recomp, he's also working on getting Ocarina of Time working in there because, Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, they're so similar.
I'm kind of shocked that
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time wasn't the first one. That is interesting.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. Even though I like Majora's Mask more, but
Like
Majora's
Majora's
is
Mask
better,
is
but
like one of the most famous
Yeah.
Zelda games of all time. But if I have to like, if you were to ask me which one would probably get the most attention for like a recomp or like, you know, recreation of any kind, it would be Ocarina of Time. Like I see dozens of different like Ocarina of Time remake attempts done. Very
Mhm.
rarely
Yeah,
do I
like-
hear anybody be like, I'm making Majora's Mask.
there actually is already a decomp of Ocarina of Time. It's called Two Ship, or actually, it's just called Ship of Harkinian.
Oh yeah, you
And
were
the
talking
same
about
team
that.
that did that one also did Majora's Mask, and they called that one Two Ship of Harkinian. But those are decomps. Those are based on reverse engineered source code and have been ported basically from the ground up for PC. It's not quite the same process as a recomp.
Uh,
So there's the recomp of Majora's Mask and Two Ship, which is the decomp of Majora's Mask, but both ports are different enough that it makes sense to have both of them around.
mhm.
And so I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to the recomp of Ocarina of Time as well. Basically, from a consumer standpoint, recomps are generally easier to set up, and they also are easier to mod.
Oh yeah.
The decomps, they have a lot more options for tinkering, but they also can be a little bit trickier to set up and can be a little bit trickier to make edits to.
Hmm.
But it's
Yeah,
still really, really cool to
I've
have
played
both of
with
them
a
around.
couple of recomps here and there. Like Mario 64's recomp, obviously. You know, I'm currently playing Banjos. What was another recomp I was screwing around with? What was that?
I know some of the other ones that got decomp projects that also fully released. They did Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64. I'm
Oh
trying to
yeah, and
remember what
wasn't
other
the
ones they've done.
there was a project going around. I don't remember. I think it went fairly well. Somebody was attempting to try and like remaster and recreate all of the 3D sprites for Mario Kart 64, so that they could like
Oh yeah,
re-render all of the 2D like sprite renders
yeah, they
in
did.
like
That was the
glorious high definition.
AdRats HD port. Yeah, the HD
Mhm.
mod.
I remember
That
seeing
was
that,
really,
and
really
it's
cool.
like, if you grew up with Mario Kart 64, it's like somebody handed you a pair of glasses and told you to put them on. You know,
Yep,
it's just like
it's
everything is so
absolutely
crisp.
beautiful. Yeah, that project is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so happy they did it.
Yay!
Actually, on the subject of Mario Kart, I was finally able to play a Mario Kart game that I've been wanting to play for a really long time.
Which one?
Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge.
I've not heard of that.
You can only play it if you go to Universal Studios.
Ah, I see.
It's
Right.
the ride. It's
It's
the ride. It's technically a game,
Oh.
but it counts.
I totally forgot that you went to Nintendo World.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Lucky bastard.
Lucky.
One of these
I
days, I'm
enjoyed
gonna
it
take a
quite a
trip
bit.
over there.
I also did the
Take
full
me with
story
you.
mode because the place has a story mode.
Hmm.
They made the theme park have a story mode.
Of course they did.
Yeah, the plot is that Bowser Jr. has stolen the golden mushroom and he hid it in his lair. In order to get to his lair, you need to have 3 different keys, and he gave each key to a bunch of his different henchmen who are scattered all around the area. So you have to go to all the different henchmen in the area and do a little mini game to get the key from them. Once you get 3 keys, you can go to Bowser's lair and fight him, and then you can get the mushroom back.
Yeah, it sounds like a very classic like park sticker sheet situation.
Basically, you just do a cute little mini game to get the key, and the mini games are pretty fun. With one of them, like they're really, really simple mini games. One of them is there's just a Goomba running around on a hill, and you have to turn this crank to make it so that the Goomba falls over.
I think I remember seeing. I think you might have posted some video footage of that.
I might have. I like theme parks, so I might have sent it before.
I remember seeing it.
I remember
an-
watching. I've watched some of the footage of the Nintendo theme park.
Yeah. Another one is they have a piranha plant and it's sleeping, and there's a whole bunch of alarm clocks that are scattered around it, and you need to whack all the alarm clocks so that they turn off so the piranha plant doesn't wake up so you can steal the key.
That's cute. I like that.
And then there's another one which I think Shigeru Miyamoto showed off in that trailer where basically you have to hit a POW block to start a chain reaction to knock a Koopa shell up into a Koopa to knock him over. And then there's another one where a Womp comes down and then knocks a bunch of switch panels over, and you need to flip all the switch panels.
God,
I
just
think I saw
wanna
a
be
video of
there.
that. I think I saw a video
Yeah,
of that.
that's basically there's 4 challenges, but you only need to do 3 of them to get the keys. And you can also get a key just by doing a meet and greet with any of the characters. They give you a key, which is nice of them.
Aw.
Nice.
And then you can go fight Bowser Jr., and then you do that little mini game, and that's it. And then there's also a whole bunch of other little achievements you can do, like go whack every block, go get a certain score on the Bowser ride, get like look through the binoculars and find the hidden Pikmin, or find Rosalina's ship flying around, or stuff like that.
Oh,
Aw,
Or
nice.
visit the park at a certain time of year. Just fun little things like that. And it's really, really sweet. They did a really, really good job with it, and also the food at the cafe is very, very good.
What did you end up eating?
I shared a burger, and I also got some fettuccine alfredo.
Ah, yes. Go and get the plumber's pasta.
Because you gotta have pasta if you're going to a Mario restaurant. It had mushrooms in it. It was very good.
Quesadilla. Wait, wrong.
And
wrong
there was
food.
also tiramisu and the Princess Peach cupcake.
Yep. The
Which was
Princess
also
Peach
very
cupcake.
tasty.
I remember hearing that.
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff was really, really good, and the park was really, really well maintained, and they did a really, really cool job on all the animatronics in it. And I highly recommend, if anyone's ever in the area, let me know, and I'll go there with you, and we can do all the cool stuff.
Aw, man, I wish.
I don't care who I need to kill. I will be there.
Yes.
I wish. I'd love to move to Florida to be closer to stuff like that.
I'm in Hollywood.
Hollywood, Florida?
No, Hollywood, California.
Oh, wow. Oh, so you went to the one in California?
Yeah, it's in California.
Am I crazy?
Florida.
Is there a Hollywood, Wait, is there a Hollywood, Florida?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Also, there's another fun fact. Both Disneyland and Disney World are located in Orange County.
Okay.
There's an Orange County, California, and an Orange County, Florida. And Disneyland is in both of them.
That is funny.
Yes.
I smell conspiracy.
Yes.
You can only build, DeWalt demanded you can only build a Disney World, a Disney park in an Orange County.
And Walt
Any
said,
other-
I don't like oranges. Put Mickey Mouse wherever there's an orange. And they did.
Whoop.
Also, a few days ago, Universal announced something, and I genuinely think that Disney World might be cooked after this.
What did they do?
They announced what the next big franchise they're working on turning into a theme park land is.
Ooh.
And
What is it?
I've racked my brain, and I genuinely cannot come up with any franchise that Disney has that has as much of a pull as this one does.
Okay.
What is it?
It's Pokemon.
Oh, holy shit!
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, all right. Cooked, I don't necessarily know if Disney's cooked, but, like, that's a huge get for Universal. Wow.
That is huge.
It's funny that Universal,
What
like,
can Disney
Universal theme
possibly
parks
do that
basically
can
shrugged.
compete with Pokemon.
Like, Universal just basically shrugged one day and said, hey, our IPs don't actually bring people to our parks. What do we do? Use other people's IPs.
I mean, it works.
It worked, absolutely.
I'm kind of shocked there's not a Pokemon theme park in Japan already. because there's like Hello Kitty theme parks, like Sanrio, like the Sanrio Park, but there's some not a Pokemon park. And now the more I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, it's so
There
surprising
must
that there
be.
isn't.
There's no way there
I
isn't
mean,
at least
they've done
one.
a few like little pop-up Pokemon things before, but it was mostly just like, small pop-up experiences. It wasn't like a big themed like entertainment thing that's meant to stand the test of time like a Universal or a Disneyland park. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like they built like a Nintendo World but for Pokemon or like
Right.
a Tokyo Disney but for Pokemon or anything.
That is interesting, man. Like,
Which, if Universal's able to pull that off and make it really, really good, I can't think of a franchise that Disney has that would have the same sort of pull that Pokemon does.
okay, so theorizing time. What kind of rides and attractions and like things do you think they're gonna have?
Pokemon Snap.
That's a given. Yeah,
Literally
that's a
just
given.
Pokemon Snap.
Literally, just make a like on rails experience of Pokemon Snap. Bada bing, bada boom, you win.
Yep.
You're right. That's a little bit too perfect.
Yeah, so definitely Pokemon Snap. That could be a good like kid ride. But for like hardcore stuff, I could see them doing something where like maybe you encounter a legendary Pokemon in a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. Possibly. I don't like these leaves.
And they probably would have some sort of interactive thing that you could buy where you could engage in Pokemon battles throughout the land.
Right.
I'm honest.
I can absolutely see them doing that.
Genuinely, I am just picturing some Yu-Gi-Oh type shit where you go there with your Switch and you you put your it reads your Pokemon save file and you do like holographic Pokemon battles with other people in the park.
Honestly, I could totally see
That'd be
that
kind
too.
of cool. Well, the first thing that popped into my head was Pokemon Go is like, well, I mean, it was a really popular thing, but
It's still pretty
considering the
popular.
fact, I feel like Pokemon Go might be one of those things that they could get a little bit of like a resurgence of if it's got like a park location.
They can absolutely do stuff with Pokemon Go integration there.
Mm-hmm.
Because Pokemon Go is still really, really big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm shocked every time I like go to my like local trading card game store, and I still see people there out with their phones and other devices like doing Pokemon Go stuff, and I'm like, wow, that's still a thing, huh?
I still pop it out every now and then and try it.
Mapley was in here for a very split second.
Yes.
And made a
Hi, Mapley.
horrifying noise and left.
Yes.
Mapley, are you okay?
Coward.
Mapley, you okay?
No, Maple is perfectly fine. That's their way of greeting you. As far as I know.
Oh,
But
I can
for
also see
real
them
though,
doing meet
if
and greets
Mapley,
with
if you're in the
Pikachu.
chat, hi, how's it going? Let me think. Other Pokemon type of thing. Okay, so obviously there needs to be like a Pokemon Center. Like,
yeah.
there's no way you can get away with not having like a Pokemon Center or like, the Poke Shop.
Pokemart.
Pokemart,
The
yeah.
The gift shop is just the Pokemart, yeah.
Hi, says Mapley.
Honestly, the Pokemon Center would be the gift shop because there are already Pokemon Centers in Japan that are gift shops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
So it would just
yeah.
be that.
Yeah, and the Pokemon store that they used to have in New York that's now just a Nintendo store used to be called Pokemon Center. So
Yeah, and the Pokemon Center in Shibuya already has animatronics in it. It has an animatronic of Mewtwo in the capsule.
I've seen that.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
My
so they could
friend
just do that.
Yeah, I had a friend who went to Japan recently, and he went there and took pictures of it, like him in front of the Mewtwo capsule, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I'm so jealous.
Good lord,
so
yeah.
literally that. Just do that.
Well, Mapley, you're getting really lucky with the pies. I think I got 2 of them. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's a lot that they could do with that. That would be amazing.
And then there's the Pokemon cafes, because they got to do some kind of cafes.
I mean, they already have done like so much stuff with Pokemon food,
Yeah.
like in Japan, so they could probably they have a lot of homework to copy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like steal from something else.
Yep. I need a little burger that looks like Pikachu and has some chips that are stuck in the bun that look like his ears.
Aw.
That's adorable.
I'd eat that. And then I can have another chip stuck in the back of his tail.
Ooh.
I think there was another one that they did where it was like a platter that had like 8 different types of sushi on it, and each one was color-coded to look like one of the evolutions.
Oh, that's cool.
Ah, that's
They can do stuff
adorable.
like
I like that. What would be my, like, Okay, how funny would this be? What if they sold jelly donuts?
Beautiful.
but
Jelly
you
jelly
know what-
donuts shaped like onigiri.
Yes. Jelly donuts shaped like onigiri. They
could
have to
also have, like, a
specifically
Cephalid
advertise that
that's
they're
themed
jelly
around
donuts.
Bulbasaur.
Jelly donuts are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
Yes.
Oh my god, have I told you guys my story about that? I probably have. But
Maybe, but like, go for
maybe
it.
it's been a few years and you forgot. Okay. So, this is what having being a autistic weeb child/teenager is like. When I was a kid, obviously, I watched the Pocket Monster cartoon, and I saw the episode with Brock calling the onigiri jelly donuts, and I did not know. And later, I think in like middle school, we start to have this thing called the internet starts to become more popular, and I start using it more, and I start looking up things about Pokemon online, and I find some fan website that says like that about the changes in in the Pokemon anime uh that were done for the English dub. And this one page was like, "Did you know in this episode Brock has jelly donuts, but they're onigiri?" And I get so either the website didn't explain what onigiri actually was, or me just being a stupid child assumed, aha, so that must mean onigiri is Japanese for jelly donut.
Ah, I see.
So then fast forward several years later, I'm in high school. I'm out with a couple friends. In like one of my friends has a car, and so we all pile in the car during. Actually, I think this was on a weekend, but we were all in the car. We were all going out to like get some food or something. And something, and we're high school weebs. We're friends because we all are nerds who like anime. And so we start talking about something onigiri, and I say, "Oh, you mean Japanese donuts, right?"
Yep.
And they all turn and look at me like I'm insane. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, onigiri is Japanese donuts, right? And they're like, no, it's a rice ball. I'm like, what? And they're like, onigiri is a rice ball. It's they take the rice and they make it into a ball. And the thing, and then and then they usually wrap it in seaweed.
And it
And
has
that's
meat
what
in it.
onigiri is.
Yep.
Yeah, it has bean in it usually. And I'm just like, it doesn't mean donut. And I'm like, no. And they're like, no.
No, you
And I
idiot. I can
And
feel the
I-
eyeballs like staring at me
I can
and
feel the
staring back.
secondhand
It's
embarrassment
literally-
from here.
It's literally that meme of that meme picture of the girls holding the red cups at the party and looking at you like you're
Mhm.
crazy.
I'm trying to remember when
Yeah.
was the last time I said something so insanely stupid that it caused that to happen to me. It's been a while, honestly.
Nova, why
By the
did you
way,
post
this is not making
pineapple
fun
on
of you. By
pizza?
the way, like I've had several
No,
instances exactly
no,
like
I
that.
think this is no, it's hilarious. I love telling this story because then I just remember as everyone was staring at me as like it was insane, I just sat there quietly and they continued their conversation about whatever it was, after
And then you just
telling
have
me
to
how
stew
stupid
in
I
the
was.
fact that like now they're
And
judging you. Yeah.
in my head, I'm sitting there quietly, but in my head, I'm shaking my fist as thunder strikes in the background. 4
Damn
kids!
you, 4 kids!
Damn
If
you,
it helps,
4
Four Kids
kids!
doesn't exist anymore.
They do
Yeah,
not. They
they
have
got their
not
karma.
existed for a long time.
Okay, this isn't exactly like, this isn't an embarrassment kind of thing, but the closest that I've ever gotten to something similar to that recently, you know about the whole Treasure Planet thing, right?
I don't. Tell me
Oh.
this.
It's very simple. I was in a stream with Synth Charm VA, and we were having conversations about stuff while he was playing Kingdom Hearts. And we were discussing like, some of the fun flying mechanics there is with like the toy spaceship. And
Mhm.
we were talking about just like, yeah, a lot of the things here are very Treasure Planet coded. And I'm sitting there like, is it? I've never seen Treasure Planet. The second I said that, he paused his gameplay, and like I could feel him leering at me through the internet. I was just the second he
No, that
paused, I was immediately just like, somebody help! I'm dead! I'm so dead!
no, that's so fair though because like that's why Disney sadly stopped making those movies. Is like Atlantis and Treasure Planet. Like they were on a roll with like these sort of sci-fi steampunky kind of movies, in the early 2000s. But the problem is nobody saw them, and that's why that's
Well, I mean, there's a reason no one watched Treasure Planet.
because people have bad taste.
Because it's a summer blockbuster movie, and they released it in December, and the other movie that came out the exact same weekend was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Oh well, yeah, that explains
yeah,
it.
that'll do it.
That explains it.
Yep.
Damn you, JK, for taking the wind out of our sails.
And damn you, Disney, for releasing that movie and just basically letting it die instead of actually giving it a real chance.
Like, I took a look at some of the freaking CG and just how freaking gorgeous that movie is. Like, it is a crime that it didn't get the attention that it should have.
Yep.
Treasure Planet, right?
Treasure Planet, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wait, we're talking about Lancer Treasure Planet. Yeah, Treasure Planet was like, it was also like a passion project for the directors, right? It's like they'd been wanting to make that movie for years.
Yeah, like since the 80s.
Yeah.
And they also had plans to do a sequel movie, start with Willem Dafoe as the villain.
Aw,
Oh,
man!
that would have been sick.
That would have been fun.
Sick, but because Treasure Planet underperformed and Disney was 2000s Disney, it didn't happen.
Ah, well. At least we have the memories, I guess.
Yeah. And we still have the movie they did make, which is good.
Again, at some point here, we're going to be doing a watch party for Treasure Planet, so,
Hell
get
yeah.
hyped for that. That'll be fun.
Oh, that'd be fun. I haven't seen it in a few years.
Ooh, let me know about that.
What I have been doing though is I have been rewatching a bunch of other movies, because one, my I don't really know what to call her because I am in a polycule and she is another person who is dating the person that I am dating, but I am not dating her. We're just friends. So, I guess just friend. But yeah,
Gal pal.
we're gal pal. Sure, that works.
Sure.
But yeah, because she introduced me to an amazing website for streaming movies, and also me, her, the person we are dating, and one or two other people are working on. We're trying to start up our own Critical Role type thing where we do a tabletop campaign and live stream it.
Oh, fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, and because I did one of those a couple of years ago. Me and a couple of friends from the Shadowverse community did a Shadowverse tabletop RPG campaign, based on one of the worlds of the Shadowverse story, and that was a lot of fun. It was really cool.
Rad.
Not a lot of people watched it because it was a very niche idea, but we, but it did get acknowledged by people in the community, and I even got sent like a Shadowverse like community content award for creating it. So, that was neat. But anyway, yeah. So we were deciding what we would do for this, and the thing that we came up with was, what if Twisted Wonderland but not Disney?
Hmm.
So it's going to be set in a magic school that is themed after non-Disney animated villains, and the 7 that we decided on at the moment, it may change, but I think we're pretty committed to these. Is let me pull up my notes to make sure I don't get any of this wrong. Give me 1 sec, because I was okay. Okay. So you know how we've talked about Twisted Wonderland before. How it's a magic school and it has houses, founded by Disney villains, and so each of the houses is themed after the different Disney villains. So you have like Ursula's house, and they have like deal making octopus boys, and then you have the Scar's house from Lion King, and they got like lion ear boys who are kind of tough guys. You got the Queen of Hearts house are all like kind of strict preppy princely boys, all that. We don't know if it's gonna be like we're probably actually gonna do ours is probably gonna be co-ed just so we get more people more freedom to with their characters and whatnot. But yeah, so we decided we narrowed it down to 7. Okay, who's our 7 non-Disney animated movie? Wow, sorry, I can't talk. Sometimes I just refuse to words. But yeah, okay, 7 we picked. Guima from K-pop Demon Hunters. The other mother from Coraline.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes. This one was a really deep cut, but I rewatched the movie and honestly, hella underrated. Eris from Sinbad: Legend of the Seven Seas.
Yes.
Oh, that's been
Goddess
on
of Chaos.
that's been on a couple of like DVD lists that I've been looking at.
It's actually a really good movie. It's like nothing super like a lot of people will probably watch it and think, well, that was kind of a generic adventure movie. But I like how seriously it takes itself. It treats itself as actually just like it treats the medium of animation like seriously. Like it doesn't.
Also,
it doesn't.
It's that really good like DreamWorks 2D animation, which
Yeah, it is.
I wish they did more of because it is so gorgeous.
Yeah, that
so
era
cool.
has unfortunately blown past us.
Movie, Sinbad, Prince of Egypt, and Road to El Dorado are beautiful movies.
They really are. Yeah, and I
the
actually
animation of Eris is insane.
Oh yeah, and I read somewhere that like one other people didn't really like the movie, and it was a big bomb for DreamWorks at the time. Was people thought the CG just looked weird. The CG integration looked really weird, and they didn't like it. But for the time, I think it's okay, and I get what they're going for, and yeah, it does kind of stick out. But they're going for like a Ray Harryhausen type of stop motion monsters in type of like how all the stop motion monsters looked in the old Ray Harryhausen movies. Like that's the kind of thing they're going for. They're just doing it with early CG, and I actually think it works for what that is. So
I do get that, but I do think it probably would have been better if it was just all 2D because I'm thinking like I know what those animators can do when they do a good 2D monster. I've seen Fantasia 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. You've seen the Firebird Suite, right?
Oh yeah.
Imagine if the monsters in Sinbad looked like that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, for what they were going for, I think it works. But yeah, and I was honestly, I think it's an underrated movie. I'm sad it was like Pixar's or DreamWorks' like biggest bomb ever up until like Ruby Gilman.
Yeah.
But yeah, so okay. We what was it you would say? Yeah, we had Wima, we have Eris, we have the other mother. The other we got Pitch Black, the boogeyman from Rise of the Guardians.
Nice.
We got Rasputin from Anastasia.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yes.
That house has the
Uh,
best theme song.
Oh, he does. He does. Uh, we wanted to we it was this was tough to narrow down. We had a tough time picking a Shrek villain because like we gotta if we're doing non-Disney and DreamWorks stuff, we gotta get a Shrek villain, and it was tough to and it was really tough to narrow it down. But we
There's a
ended up
lot of
going with
really good
Rumpelstiltskin.
Shrek villains.
Yeah, yeah. And we ended up going with Rumpelstiltskin from Forever After. Which I
So
had
why'd you go with
actually not
Rumpelstiltskin?
because we like we wanted kind of a trickster fae type of themed house. And well, and we felt that worked really well for that.
No, that makes sense.
And he actually is the best part of that movie. And oh yeah, and the last one, this is one I actually vouched very, very hard for because I thought it would be badass as hell, was as Thrax from Osmosis Jones.
I have not thought of Osmosis Jones in years. Oh, good
Kind
God.
of surprised you didn't say Jack Horner.
We considered Jack Horner.
Jack Horner would have been hilarious.
We considered it. It was tough. Like I said, basically it was like a four. We chose. We had like our four options were Farquaad, the fairy godmother, Rumpelstiltskin, or Jack Horner, and it was just really tough to narrow it down. But we decided we wanted to go with like a trickster fae, a house, and a themed, one of the themes of the founders being like trickster fairy, making deals and that kind of thing. So that's why we ended up going with Rumple.
I see.
So that's our. And then they aren't represented in the houses, but the founders of the school, and what I am going to bring up in our next, like when we talk about it next, the school was founded in the image and honor of who we're calling the gods of death, and it's the Muerte and Zababa from the Book of Life. And in our universe for this campaign, not only are they like our gods of death, they're psychopomp. Like their second in command, the guy who's like their sidekick, is the wolf from Puss in Boots, because he's Grim Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're like, death is canonically Spanish. We have 3 like death deities, and they're all Spanish.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna have like a headmaster and we're gonna have like headmasters who are like themed after those characters, because they won't be since we got the others that I just mentioned who are representing the houses. Anyway, yeah, we've had a lot of, I've been rewatching a bunch of these movies because there were things about them that I did not remember, and I wanted to get fresh in their mind, and I was thinking up like like what the house names are and what the what the motto for each of them is, because in Twisted Wonderland it's like like Ursula's house is benevolence because she was giving all of the to all of the poor unfortunate souls, and the Queen of Hearts is strictness, like following the rules and being very orderly and all of that stuff. So had to think. I was thinking of the house names and the like which of those aspects would be for each of the for each of them. The only one I'm still trying to figure out because I still need to rewatch the movie is Pitch. So I was gonna rewatch Rise of the Guardians maybe after after chatting with you guys tonight. And assuming the power doesn't go out where I am because we've been having all the ice and winter weather storm stuff going on. But yeah, because for the others, yeah, Guima is dominance. Frax is ambition because his goal in the movie was he's killed several people already, but his goal was for Frank to be like the person that he killed the fastest, like killed him within like 48 hours or something like that. Stiltskins is cleverness. The other mother is nurturing. Eris is cunning, and Rasputin is resourcefulness. Yeah, that's what's going on. I thought it was fun, and I wanted to yap about it.
It sounds really interesting. Like, man, stuff like this kind of like brings me back to times when I did like tabletop RPG stuff with friends and whatnot.
Oh, have you ever done tabletop stuff yet?
Yeah, but my attention span is like that of a thing that doesn't have a very good attention span.
No, I feel that.
I think for me, like, tabletop stuff is fine as long as, like, the action keeps on going. But the problem is, like, that's really not how tabletop stuff goes a lot of times. Like, a lot of times you have to stop and, like, figure out whether or not, like, there's a particular, like, move that's going to hit properly. Or, like, you're going to have to, like, maybe re-roll dice with, like, different variables. And, then there's, like, people who discuss, like, the rules and whatnot, and whether or not something would actually work in engine. And after a while, it's just like, man, I'd really like for all this stuff to be ironed out so we could just have fun.
That's fair.
That's why I like video games. All the rules are directly, hard coded into the dang thing. I can turn my brain off. Brain be happy.
Yeah, I feel that because I'm gonna be honest. When I did my my Shadowverse campaign, like God, it was almost 2.5 years ago now. It was in 2023, summer of 2023. I wrote up I used a particular system, and then I made like a modified rule set of it to make it fit more with the setting of the world from Shadowverse that we were using. And so I did all these like special like rules and exceptions and whatnot. And then when it came to the actual campaign, I was just like, screw it. we played kind of fast and loose and things just because like I didn't want stuff to slow down or get boring.
Yeah, fast and loose is fun. I like fast and loose.
Yeah, there was stuff that I like planned out that I just like didn't even bother with because like I'm just like, we don't really we don't really need this. It's just gonna slow stuff down.
I mean, that's the nature of a lot of like DMing for stuff like tabletop. Like sometimes you write these crazy, ridiculously long stories for like one particular NPC that's located in this one town, and then the entirety of the crew decides to burn the town down, and you're just like, but what about the?
Yep.
But wait a minute,
I got in my taste of that with because that was actually my first time DMing. It was, oh my god, it was so much work. It was super fun. I loved doing it, but my god, that was one of the most fun but also exhausting summers I ever had.
I don't think I would ever like. Would I ever DM? I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel like I just don't have the compound brain for it. You know, like you have to keep like so many
Yeah.
things in check and so many tabs open in your mind.
And also be really good at improv.
Oh yeah.
I could probably improv. I told the one story about that one campaign that we did. It was like a space campaign. Cal, you were there for it. Eh.
Space campaign? Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, the one that was in
That was like our,
GURPS.
that was our first tabletop game that we ever played. In retrospective, it was awful.
I don't necessarily think it was awful. I think there was actually a lot of really good elements to it. Unfortunately, like it was a slow burn.
Yes.
Like it took
Well,
forever for
half
us to
of it
finally
was
get
us ju-
anywhere. And like,
Half of it was just us trying to figure out the rules.
well, that unfortunately we decided to use GURPS as the as the base for like the campaign's logic. And
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part.
you know, in hindsight, we were told by CDC that GURPS is like an absolutely terrible, what do you call it?
RPG system?
RPG system? Yeah, I'll go with that. It's a terrible RPG system to build on, especially if you're going to try and do anything custom. Which,
Yeah.
unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that CDC was doing was custom. But I remember there were some like really funny and interesting moments, especially ones that were like improv. Phoenix, how dare you? No, like Kyle, I'm sure you remember the Canvas salesman.
Yep.
That was funny.
He didn't want our first encounter to end up as a friggin' bloody mess.
To be fair, I think it would, if it did become a bloody mess, I think it would have been a very nice lesson.
Yeah.
A lesson in humility. And a lesson that, you know, you don't fuck with the DM. But honestly, I was just like, no, you know what? Fuck this. Let's go beat the tar out of a person that's, you know, just working a canvas sales department.
I don't know why, but what I do know is that I will be headbutting this minimum wage employee until one of us is dead.
Oh God, I remember that. That was funny. Dang it! Shoot! Beep. I'm
Did I
alive.
ever tell you what happened to my character at the beginning of our latest campaign?
No.
Okay, so I designed this guy to be stacked absolutely in defense. He was supposed to have some kind of impenetrable defense on him, right? 21 AC at level 1. This is D&D 5. 5e.
Okay.
Which is pretty ridiculous for level 1. He died. First combat.
Oof.
First
Oh
encounter.
no. How did that happen?
The enemy were CR 1/4 skeletons. We had 4 or 5 of them, I think. And they rolled 15 and above, what was it, 14, 15 times
Oh my god.
in a row?
Jesus.
Oh.
It did not matter. The defenses did not matter. They just rolled so damn good.
That's so freaking brutal.
That's
The
awful.
character died. The character I specifically designed not to die, died.
That's how it goes sometimes, unfortunately.
Yep.
Oh my
That's
God.
okay.
Sad,
Maybe
but very funny, I have to admit.
it was pretty funny.
That, you know what? Honestly, that reminds me a hell of a lot of frickin' Jackie Wells from from Cyberpunk,
Yup.
and I don't know why. Like, and if you don't know Jackie Wells is like this really beefy, like Spanish guy who is like, you know, like, you know, he's basically like your good old chum for like the first part of the game. Well,
He's your
spoilers.
tutorial buddy.
spoilers, he's only the tutorial buddy, and it turns out that like after you get in like, you know, horrible trouble during the mission where you're trying to like, you know, do the what is it? It's basically
During the
just like,
tutorial's outro.
yeah. Well, like you were in the middle of doing like a heist for this one particular guy, and as it turns out, the heist was like, you know, the heist went tits up, and
Went
Jackie
tits up
dies.
for an absolutely unrelated reason.
Mm. Whack. Okay. But I don't know. Jackie was just kind of one of those characters you saw, and you're just like, oh my god, you could break through anything. You could just be anything. And then he gets immediately his clock cleaned by a bullet. It's like, whoa, no. I thought you were going to be more than this.
It's the mentor death flag.
Yeah, pretty
Yep.
much. Yeah. It's the TV trope. Okay, where am I going from here? Again, I don't know much about Click Clock Wood. I'm a little lost. Thank you for the pie, Nova. No, I left a snowman. Open up. Ah. Just allow me to break into your house while you're hibernating. No harm done.
Just let me steal everything that isn't nailed down.
I don't even need these eggs.
And then you find this guy, who will resurrect your party members if you pay him. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even use money, he just doesn't want you to have it.
I love that as a concept. Just being like, no, I hate money. It's cumbersome. It's like it takes up so much space, and it's useless.
That's why now we just only have the concept of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Like, yeah, you gotta love how currency is basically like moving from being a physical unit of something of wealth to basically just a banknote that says, "Oh yeah, I totally have cash."
yeah, or it's like we don't have cash anymore. It's the whole thing. It's like I remember a couple of months ago, I went out with some friends, and my family decided to do something nice and be like, "Here, take this little bit of extra cash," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
I think I see. I might know where this
then
is
I
going.
got there. So then I got there, and I find out. Oh, but and they're like, "Oh, by the way, this is a cashless facility."
Yep, I figured.
Gee,
They're just like, nope, that money's no good.
Did you at least get to keep the cash afterwards?
Yes. Well, like I then had to spend what was on my card, and like the cash that I had like made up for it. So it just
Right.
meant, yeah, I just got paid back in cash pretty much.
I see.
And then you get to the bank and you drop that off on your account. Yeah, like... Vibes. I get that. Is there really nothing in here?
I love it. It's so cold outside, my pantry is basically a refrigerator.
That sounds awful.
I kind of have a similar thing going right now where, like, I've got this one cupboard, and it's, like, it's where I keep all of my, not silverware, all of, like, my good china and stuff. Actually, no, it's not even my good china. It's just my bowls and my plates and all that jazz. It's directly on the wall that is, connected to, like, the part of the house that gets hit by wind. And so you open
Yep.
up that pantry, and it's just like, oh, yay. Nice cold bowls.
Well, hey, my pantry is the place where I keep my root beer. So
Ooh,
now I
hey,
have some
that
nice
helps.
cold root beer.
Ba-dum, bum, 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 ba, 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 ba. No, but you say you versus a parrot, and the first thing that immediately pops into my brain is like Phoenix, right?
Yep, that's. I was thinking that too. Like when you cross-examine the parrot.
I will cross-examine the parrot. You'll do what, Mr. Right? This is a madhouse. A madhouse! Ow.
Okay, one more.
Why
I can't wait
have
till
you...
Synth gets to that in his Ace Attorney playthrough.
Oh, that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to more Ace Attorney. Like, that's going to be a riot and a half. God, I'm terrible with aim. Also, Ferryman says that I'm sending my best soldiers after me. What are they gonna do? Splash me? There.
Ferryman.
Jeez.
Are you talking about Karen? Karen? Charon?
No, Ferryman over on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where the heck? Okay, so I'm gonna make the assumption that one of these jiggies I'm getting is like...
But you need to make it so the YouTube chat is visible on your stream because we can't see it.
Sorry. Oh, I've been dragging my feet about that, honestly. Like, to make the YouTube stream visible on stream, I haven't figured out a way to like dynamically make it so that whenever I'm streaming live, like the YouTube the YouTube chat just shows up. Like, problem is for each one of the YouTube streams, it's its own individual URL, meaning that each one of the chats is its own individual URL. And so if I want to do that
every time.
Yeah, I have to change it like every single time that I do a stream, and I'm like, I don't know how I don't know how to do that. But like I'm for real.
Annoying.
Like, I do know that it is a little bit of a problem. Also, I want to change up the layout of the chat. Like, chat layout is kind of okay for the most part, but I think it could do better. I think visibility of chat needs to be improved because it's a little bit muddy. I think like adding a little bit of like a background to the chat windows would be kind of nice.
Yeah, that would help with readability a lot because right now it's just like on top of your gameplay and it's not like, depending on what's going on in the game, it might not necessarily be super easy to see.
Mm-hmm. But
Oh man, perpetual flashbang. Oh chat, what do you think of the perpetual flashbang?
what's a perpetual flashbang?
Where your
The
screen
flashbang,
turns
that's
white and you
perpetual.
can't read your chat.
Oh. I just love the idea of a perpetual flashbang.
I know, right? Terrifying.
Synonyms for perpetual flashbang include White Christmas.
I'm dead.
Or snow blindness, that's another one.
Dead.
I'm fine. Got a little bit busted up. But I think there might be a window I can enter that I didn't see previously. So I'm going to try.
Out of context, you sound like you're attempting a breaking and entering.
Who said I'm not? This might be code and you'd never even know it. Anyway, no, I saved this particular mission for last because, like, this is like Click Clock Wood, I feel like all the other maps feel like they are just the right amount of size, in my opinion. Like, the first level is a little bit too small, but like I understand why it's small. It's to kind of get you introduced to the mechanics right away. All the other maps are like fairly I don't know, like they're all like fairly decent sized, but like they never overstay their welcome. The problem with Click Clock Wood is that it's one of the biggest maps that you explore in Banjo Kazooie, and you have to explore it 4 times. Because, like, you know, there is a different variation of the map for every season.
Mhm.
So I'm
And
not
it
a
doesn't look like
gigantic
it really
fan of it.
changes that much between each season.
It really doesn't.
It
I mean-
does sort of feel a little bit padded.
Mm-hmm. It's a neat idea, I'll give them that. Ah!
No.
Dang it.
Like, it's a neat idea, but I feel like I've seen this gimmick done better in, like, Kirby Superstar.
Yeah, kind of. Alright. Well, now it's time to go
I
look
like
for
Kirby
health.
Superstar. That's a really good Kirby.
Well, I didn't want to have to do this.
Oh, but you were asking the other day about like lost media. I don't know if this counts because it like never had an official release. You're like, yeah, what's a thing that you can't like access anymore?
Mhm.
I don't know if this counts because it never had an official release outside of airing on TV to begin with, and like, uh, I don't know, maybe
I mean,
3
hey, it
DVD releases.
technically that does mean that it at one point was out there for people to view, but now it's no longer there anymore.
Yeah,
And especially if it's because of corporate meddling, ooh, I'm all over it. So
yeah, and I don't know. It's just like, but like there were DVD releases, but I think they only ever released like 9 out of the 100 episodes on DVD. But yeah, the dub of the Kirby anime,
oh,
Kirby Right
yeah.
Back At Ya.
Yeah, that's true.
I would,
oh, dude. No,
I
see,
would kill for a box set.
See,
love
I
a
would
box set of
chalk that up to mismanagement on the company itself for not properly doing a release of it. Like, it's not a case of like, oh, we're gonna, you know, release the game. Actually, no, we're gonna release the movies on streaming services and then yoink them back when we don't feel like it anymore. It's more like it's a wasted opportunity that they should be capitalizing on, and yet they're not.
It really is, because like, yes, the show is from the early 2000s, but Kirby is still popular. It's still one of a big Nintendo franchise that's still releasing new games and everything. Like,
Right.
Also,
It's
Japan
why
put
don't
up a
Kids'
they?
Blu-ray
magnum
box
opus
set of the
frankly.
Japanese
Like,
dub.
There's a Blu-ray box set of the Japanese version.
Yeah.
Oh,
somebody get in
It was
contact with them and be
announced-
like, hey,
It was announced at the Kirby like concert thing. They did a whole big announcement show for it and everything.
oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
somebody's got to still have the files. Call up
Yeah, like, it
whoever
was actually
owns the
released
rights to 4Kids.
The thing is, 4Kids doesn't exist anymore, so it would just be Nintendo that owns it, I guess.
Maybe. Well, copyright is a funny, fickle thing because, like, who knows who the parent company of 4Kids is now? Like, technically, they would own, like, the rights to whatever the content in there would be. And I guess Nintendo would own the IPs. What is it? What is this? Oh, it's their storage. It's
It's
where
just
all
like-
they keep all their food.
I don't get why they just don't like put it on a streaming service or something and be like, "Hey, y'all like Kirby? Here's Kirby. Here's Kirby." And I'm sure all you kids and all the kids today who like Kirby, you know, they would have never seen it because the show's like 20 years old.
Yeah, I feel like it's a wasted opportunity. Like, they really need
It
to
really
maybe
is.
capitalize on that. I would watch it.
I mean, it's very cheesy, but it's like the one time I think 4Kids were given material that they knew how to work, that they actually like were a good fit for adapting.
Well, right. They didn't have to like meddle around with much censor wise. They could just literally do, the show. No funny business,
Yeah,
no censoring of things, no like replacing handguns with, finger guns.
No
yeah, they were
replacing
actually
DVD's chainsaw with a lightsaber.
they changed it to a laser chainsaw, which is cooler. It's like we can't have the realistic chainsaw on the children's television, and it's like okay, well, we'll make it a laser chainsaw,
No
and
I do
that's
get the
replacing the main
logistics of
villain's
that though.
name.
so
Like,
much cooler.
I get the logistics
'Cause
of it though, considering like a kid would not have access to a laser chainsaw, but a regular one. And so I get the
Yeah, it's just
mindset, but
it was always it's about realistic weapons. Like you can't show anything that looks like if it looks science fictiony or like a toy or whatever, it's fine because you're not showing something real, quote unquote.
mhm.
So that was the problem with it.
Meanwhile,
And why
old
don't they just
school
like to
Tom and
fix it? We
Jerry.
just have to make it a laser chainsaw.
What I don't understand is why they replaced like half the soundtrack, even though the actual Japanese soundtrack was just used in Kirby Air Ride later anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have been they didn't feel like paying for it.
They already had the license.
I know it's weird. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to. I
It
don't know.
costs more effort to replace
It's
the
probably
soundtrack.
yeah. You'd think it would maybe you'd think it would cost more to make a new soundtrack, but I don't know. I don't know how all that works. It was very strange, but
Also,
I
changing the name of the villain is. I don't care what 4Kids says, his name is Nightmare, it's not Enemy.
it is. They do
Hmm.
call him Nightmare a couple of times in the dub. It's weirdly inconsistent about it. That is like one of the dub does have a couple of problems. That is one of them is they are extremely inconsistent about it. Enemy is supposed to be the corporation, Nightmare Enterprises, but they occasionally will do like the thing where I call this "Welcome to Lindsay," based on a Lindsay Ellis video where she was talking about Greek mythology, and Hades is actually was actually supposed to be the god of death in Greek mythology, but then they also took to calling, but like some translations also took to calling the underworld in Greek mythology also Hades. So that's why so it's like, you know, the place is actually the person so and so.
Yeah,
So
like-
that's kind of what happened there is they would sometimes call Nightmare Enemy when that's just supposed to be the name of the company, and no, it's Nightmare Enterprises because it's owned by Nightmare and his name is Nightmare.
Hmm.
Yeah. And also, when the sales guy is talking to DDD, he has that, like, he has the name of the company on his screen, and in the Japanese version it says Holy Nightmare.
Yeah, because it was called Holy Nightmare in Japanese, which
Yeah,
is
which
weird.
4Kids obviously changed because religious
Yeah.
reference, so...
And also, it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
Hmm. Yeah.
Nightmare Enterprises makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, but the character's name is Nightmare. That's what he'd been called in Kirby's Adventure. That's what he's always been called. I don't
Yeah.
know why they named him Enemy. That's a dumb name.
They didn't. It was a mistake on the it was just 4Kids being sloppy.
It's dumb because like in the final episode of the anime, they do call him Enemy, like it's his name, and no, it isn't. 4Kids just messed up.
Yeah, they just messed up.
It's the same thing. They also did a similar error in the first episode of Sonic X. You know that part where like Eggman's base explodes, and then there's that big like basically chaos control warp that happens where they all end up on Earth instead of Sonic's world.
I vaguely. It's been many years since I've seen Sonic X, but I
Okay,
think I know a little bit what you're talking about.
In that scene, then Amy, Knuckles, and Tails are standing there and they see the explosion, and then Amy says, "Hey, what's that?" And then Knuckles says, "It used to be Chaos Control," because 4Kids thought Chaos Control was not the thing that you do with the Chaos Emerald, but the name of Eggman's base.
Oops.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Big fat blunder.
Whoops.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, but that's
Which is
like one of the only.
That one's
Probably
especially weird to me though, because in that same episode, there's another reference to the actual Sonic games that 4Kids added that wasn't in the Japanese version. In the Japanese version, then it's when Sonic first ends up in the human world and he's running away from all the police because hey, what's this big blue thing running around? And there's a scene where the cop like goes over and says, "Attention all units, there's a blue hedgehog running around all over the city." And someone at 4Kids replaced the city with Station Square, which they wouldn't have done unless someone played Sonic Adventure. So someone knows, but at the same time they also don't.
It's like that one intern who happened to be sitting in the office the day who was just like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you said this instead? And it's just like, why? Well, because it references the games. It's just like, yeah, sure. Hey, dude in the voice booth, just say this.
Yeah, that's probably how it happened.
Yep.
But yeah, the goofs like that is like one of my only genuine critiques with the dub of the Kirby anime. I think I genuinely think Kirby Rock by Catch is better than the Japanese. I think it has a lot more interesting flavor. It has a lot more fun things they do with the characterization.
It has that one little bit that happens whenever Antonio Banderas Benedict is on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has that little guitar string.
Little guitar
that
riff.
little diddle-diddle-dum thing.
Is that not in the Japanese?
Just perfect.
Is that only in the dub?
It's only in the dub because 4Kids changed the soundtrack.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was a 4Kids edition, and it was hilarious.
It's really good. It's like
And
make
also the
him
decision
Zoro.
to make Midnight sound like Zoro, that was also obviously
It's
made up.
Peak. No, yeah, it's Peak, and I don't care what anyone says. Foghorn Leghorn DDD is my only DDD.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Any other DDD
Yeah,
is
right.
hashtag not my DDD.
Yeah.
I wonder what Muffin thinks of that. Muffin, residential Kirby person.
Also, Dan Green absolutely kills it as the sales guy.
Oh, he does. Yes. Like genuinely, I think that's one of my favorite Dan Green roles, if not my favorite. Like, and it's like the voice acting is so good. Like say what you want about 4Kids, they had some of the best voice actors in the industry at the time. Because you got
a lot of people complain about the fact that like a lot of stuff that 4Kids made was cheesy and kind of dumb. It like both in retrospect and in the moment. But like
I will defend the
I
Pokemon
will
theme
not...
songs and the Kirby anime opening till the day I die.
Yes.
Same.
Agreed.
So it
The
just
thing is,
depends
like...
on the show, right? Like I said, I think the Kirby anime worked so well because that actually matched the show.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas something like trying to dub One Piece, no, that doesn't work.
No, One Piece is not exactly aimed at kids. It's aimed at a slightly older audience than that.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. And
I'm not going to kill you. You are going to leave this boat and swim to shore and never be seen again.
Remember, this is a rubber knife.
Yeah, rubber knife. Jesus Christ.
yeah, and the stuff they did, so that's why the Kirby anime worked, because it's already like it was in Japanese. It was just a fun fantasy kids cartoon. So in the dub, they make it a fun, silly, goofy, action-y fantasy kids cartoon. And do a lot. And again, the voice acting is just so good. You've got Eric Stewart's Meta Knight, the Zoro Meta Knight. You have DDD and Escargoon are played by the same actor, Ted Lewis, which blows my mind still to this day. They sound nothing alike, and the way they play off each other. I've never seen a man play off each other. I've never seen the only other time I ever saw a man play off himself that well was Jim Carrey in the third Sonic movie.
God. So I have not seen the Sonic movies just yet, but that is definitely on like the list of things that I have to watch.
Absolutely, I'm
We
making
gotta do a movie night for those.
We have to. They're
Especially
so good.
the third one.
Especially
the third one is like unquestionable. Like,
yeah.
Good
They
frickin'
made
lord.
Shadow's Love of Latinas canon. That's not just me saying it. If you watch the
because they
director's
were
commentary, they say that there's a joke in there specifically put in because of that meme.
And
I
originally
love
the
fact that they
crab,
listen to the fans.
yeah, and the crab,
Yep.
the crab was originally hiding out in Mexico, and that's why Eggman was watching the telenovelas, is because
Yeah.
he was hiding in Mexico. They cut that out because just to make the story flow better. But that's why he watches the telenovelas, is because he was originally hiding out in Mexico.
Amazing.
Yeah. And yeah, also with the Kirby voice actors, you had Dan Green again. One of his best roles is the nightmare sales guy. Like both him and Escargoon especially are really boring in the Japanese. Like it's been a long time since I've watched the Japanese version, but I remember when I did. I'm just like, okay, I want to see what's different, and I'm just like, I love these characters in the dub, but they're so boring in the Japanese. They do not have anywhere near as much flavor or character or anywhere near as funny, and the performances are not as good, and it just shows you when you just like let an actor do something wild and crazy and fun, you get a good result out of it.
Yeah.
It might not be to everybody's taste, but it's interesting. That's what I care, and that's what I cared about, and that's always what endeared me to the show to begin with. It's just it wasn't afraid to be like over the top and fun, weird, and silly, and just let the actors just have fun and make silly puns, and it worked for because it's Kirby.
There's
I
something
will
to be
give them
said
also
about
credit
like
for not changing Kirby's voice. Kirby sounds the same in both languages, and that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
why would they
Absolutely.
even do it is the question. Like
They actually had Kirby's voice actress, her Kirby's Japanese voice actress. They had her record different lines for the English dub because some characters' names were different. And so when
okay.
Kirby refers to one of those characters, he has to refer to them with their new English name.
Mhm.
So they actually did have her record new lines for that.
That's nice.
I think the English names were good too. They did some good localization for those.
Tiff and Tuff are okay, but I don't understand why they changed Lololo and Lalala's names.
Yeah.
Because they have names in the game, and it's Lololo and Lalala. But
Yeah,
for some
that
reason,
was strange. I don't know why they did that either.
like they didn't even change the names that much. It's just Fololo and Falala instead.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only
I'll-
change. It's just replace the L with an F. I don't get it.
Maybe
Yeah,
they
maybe it
thought
was-
that would sound a little bit better to the American audience.
Lololo and Lalala are easier names to say.
I don't know because they were originally from a different game.
They were, but
Those
that game was
characters.
still made by HAL.
Yeah. I don't know.
All 9,000?
Hal,
Yes,
ha-
actually.
HAL Laboratories.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Kirby.
Pollo!
Ooh, Phoenix is currently having like a really long weekend. Writing day for teachers and also Martin Luther King have extended out your weekend. Very nice. It's funny, I was watching a streamer recently and they were talking about like how excited they were about snow and all that jazz. Just like, yay! Everyone's gonna get a snow day. And then they're like, wait, I'm 30. And I have never vibed so well with such a sentence, because even then, when I see a bunch of snow, I'm just like, oh, the kids are gonna get a day off.
Yeah. Except not anymore, because I was listening to the news this morning, getting some reports about the weather, and they're like, the schools are closed tomorrow, but there will be remote learning.
Oh, yeah, right. God, we
Yeah.
kind of fudged that. Crap.
Thanks,
put in the
COVID, for
infrastructure.
ruining snow days forever.
We put in the infrastructure so people could still learn. Okay, well, there's only
They're
one thing
not
we can
learning.
do. Power outage. Let's go. Let's do it. The roads might be dangerous, but we can also make... okay. If we do this, we're going to end up having a lot of other problems, but, you know, blankets exist, right? We'll be fine. Wish I could find Kirby Right Back at Ya on accessible streaming platforms. That's what we're saying.
I know. That's what we're saying.
Watch Cartoon Online
Exactamundo.
is your
Like,
friend.
Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Does that show? Does that site still exist? I thought it got I thought it died.
What's
I
up?
think it's still there.
I'll have to go find it because last I heard it was like a big deal that got taken down.
Which song? Where?
Watch Cartoon Online or something like that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, look, here's every episode on that exact website.
Oh, hello.
It's still there.
Hooray!
Well, there we go. Now, nobody go touch it.
Yep, it's still there. It's all there.
Hell yeah.
Just like snitches get stitches. So shh. Okay,
Hey, you
speaking
can't
of
steal a thing that's not for sale.
Yeah, if they want us to
Yep.
buy it, they can sell it first.
well, hey, do not tempt the beast because they will go ahead and do that.
Okay,
They'll be
I'll
like,
buy it if they sell
The
it.
entire box set, $70.
You know what?
I'll buy
Fuck
it.
it. I'd pay $70.
There's 100 episodes. That's less than $1 per episode. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Oh, right. Were you guys here when I was talking about Over the Garden Wall?
You are. I
think
think
so.
I was. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was on Blue Sky the other day, and I saw somebody posted this about a month ago. Pre-sales
Yeah,
are
it's-
currently available right now for Over the Garden Wall on Blu-ray.
Hell yeah.
Which,
I
like,
own the whole thing on digital, but that's awesome.
well, like, I don't own any of it, like, period. And so for me, I was just like, holy shit! Now it is $30, but for me, I'm like,
That's
Over the
pretty
Garden
good
Wall?
for a Blu-ray. The whole series. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
well, like,
As
it's
long as it
about
has
like
some
a
extra
feature-length
features.
film. It's about the
Yeah,
length
it
of a
is.
feature-length film, and usually a feature-length film will run for something like $20. So
25. Yeah.
I think the amount of money is a little bit steep. I don't know what kind of special features it has, so like maybe that'll account for some of that price. But like, now I've already like put down the pre-order for it because I'm just like, ooh, I want it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I got it on digital because funny thing about how when it released, it released on digital, like iTunes and some other places, a week before it actually first aired on TV.
Weird.
So I was like one of the first people to see Over the Garden Wall because I'm like, I'm just gonna buy it
That's
and see
impressive.
the whole thing at once.
What kind of quality is the video?
It was HD.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Jeez. Cause see, right now, if you wanted to watch Over the Garden Wall, you got a couple of options. You can go and you can buy one of the overinflated like DVDs that like, you know, you can buy on like Amazon for ridiculous prices and stuff. Or, you know, do what you want because a pirate is. You go to like a website that happens to maybe be sharing something that might be Over the Garden Wall. And then you stream it and then you watch it. Which, you know, that's how I got my first experience with Over the Garden Wall, I'll be honest.
Mhm.
But, like, I really love the freaking series and I would love to own that. So for me, it's like, it's a no-brainer. Like, I totally want to pick that up for myself.
Oh, for sure.
And also, like, I did see that, like, the, on Amazon, there is a listing for, like, the previous printing of the Blu-rays. I talked about this before, right? Like, somebody priced, like, a new copy of the previous printing of the Blu-ray for something like almost $2,000.
Oh my god.
I was just like, way to scalp, buddy. Jesus.
Crazy.
Oh, no.
Apparently, a streaming service already secured the streaming rights to the Zelda movie.
Not shocked. Which streaming service?
Netflix. Are you surprised?
Of course.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Is that right? I really do wonder how that's gonna go.
I hope it doesn't end up terrible. I like Zelda, so I want it to be good.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
cautiously
man.
optimistic. Sonic ended up good. Mario ended up good.
Yeah, but those are franchises that don't really take themselves all that seriously.
Yeah. on top of that, like you're taking a character who is like famously known for being a complete mute, and you're dropping him into like situations where like, well, we know whether or not the actor who is playing as Link will be talking in the movie?
I think he kind of has to.
See, I don't know. I don't know about that, man.
I mean, there have been instances of Link talking before that aren't the cartoons or the CDI games. And they have handled it okay, but I don't know if the actual filmmakers or scriptwriters here know what I'm talking about.
I can only think of the CDI Link. That's it. That's all that's in my brain.
Have you read
right
any
now.
of the Zelda manga?
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, actually,
'Cause the
funny
manga
enough,
are really good, especially the Twilight Princess one.
I do remember. Oh yeah, right. So I do have Legend of Zelda, like, what is it called? It's like, the frig. It's like a Legend of Zelda encyclopedia of like all of the information about Hyrule and all that jazz. And at the
Hyrule
very
Historia?
end of it, what now? Oh yeah,
Is it
Hyrule
the Hyrule
Historia. I have
Historia?
that. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's
Yeah.
what it's called. I have that, and at the end of the book, like you can find a manga of like Link's origin stories, and
Right,
I
the
believe
Skyward
there
Sword
is
prequel manga.
there's literally dialogue that I believe comes from the perspective of Link. So like,
Yes.
it's not like you can't characterize him with dialogue, like you can. He's just kind of one of those like, you got to be freaking cautious because there's a lot of people that know him as being completely mute, and if you feed him the wrong words and if you make his character feel even slightly off kilter, it's gonna be a problem for some people.
There will be a
Yep.
crucifixion.
Yeah.
I'm reminded
And
of
also-
Other M.
Other end, the problem wasn't that Samus talked, because Samus had actually spoken previously in other Metroid games. The problem was what they had Samus say and do.
Exactly. Therein lies the problem. Go ahead and have
Yep.
Samus talk. I got no problem with that. But the dialogue had better be good.
Yeah. And I think a large part of it also depends on what sort of Link they are going for, because, like, Link in Wind Waker is a very different character than Link in, like, Majora's Mask,
That's true too. Yeah.
even if neither of them speak.
hmm Well, you know, I kind of look at Wind Waker Link as being more of a goober.
He is a little bit of a goober. He's an
Like-
adorable little goober.
Just a little gooby.
Yep. He's the kind of guy who sleeps in on his birthday and saves the world in his gym jams.
Yep.
Aw.
And then there's like
So
Skyward Sword Link, who seems like a very honest and kind, but like, you know, in the early days, very lazy and like, you know, not ready to get up and seize the day until, you know, greatness is thrust upon him.
Yeah.
Until Dragon
But he
Boat.
still knows how to be friends with Groose, though.
Yeah, but he's
And he's
yeah,
and he's
he
friends
knows
with
he's
Zelda.
good and friends with like everybody.
Yeah.
You know, dude, very
And then
personable.
you have Twilight Princess Link, which in the manga he actually was originally training to be a knight to try and save to work for Hyrule Castle, but he failed his exam and then he ended up working at the ranch and feeling bitter and resentful because when Hyrule was invaded he wasn't there to help.
Mhm.
And so he basically is just beating himself up inside and feeling very angsty.
Twilight Princess having angst? Who'd have thunk it?
Toilet Princess.
Yeah, I wonder why Twilight Princess is the angsty one. Who knew?
I have only played like 2 hours of the of Twilight Princess back in the day on like the Wii. I never got very far, and I don't know what it was that made me like just shrug and go, later.
I think
Yeah, I
played-
had the GameCube version that I borrowed from a friend, and I played I don't know, probably like 2-3 hours of it, and then never touched it again.
I think I
for no
played
particular
1
reason.
minute and 20 seconds of it at a Walmart demo.
Reminds
beat
me
the
of when I
GameCube
got
version.
Sunshine. I was just like, yay, this demo is fun. Why did the commercials make it look so stupid? Let's be real, the commercials for Sunshine made it look stupid.
Yeah, I did the GameCube version of Twilight Princess, and I'm waiting for the PC port to happen before jumping into it again.
Yeah, that's bound to happen. Actually, wait, I heard like, you know, they're like that's actively in development. A Twilight Princess decomp, right?
Yeah, the decompilation work has been done, but just having the decompilation doesn't mean that you have a PC port. Someone still needs, like, all a decomp actually means is that the source code has been reverse engineered. But
Right.
someone still needs to actually take
But
that source
somebody
code
has to
and
be
make
like,
a port out of
okay,
it.
how make this N64 game, or actually, GameCube game? How take this and turn it into PC port?
Yeah, so a different team
It's sort of
is
like how
working on
if
making
you,
it a PC port, but it's going to be a little while before that actually happens because they're
think
porting a GameCube game.
a good example of that is like, I could very easily, I mean, like there was a decomp of Banjo Kazooie, and that's all well and good. But until there's a recomp, you can't do things like connect proper controllers to the game.
Yeah.
Somebody who's good at coding and figuring out how to fix situations like that has to actually step in and do the heavy lifting to try and make it compatible with modern hardware and modern devices.
Yeah, like as another example, Paper Mario 64, that decomp was done in 2023, but there's no playable PC port just because no one's bothered.
Aw.
No one's bothered to take that decompiled source code and actually make a playable PC port out of it.
I talked about this on Blue Sky recently. You know what's one like port and like decomp project that I never thought in a million years would have ever happened? You probably already know what it is, like, because I've talked about this game 1,000
Is
times.
it
Yeah, it's
Sonic,
put 64,
Sonic
right?
Unleashed?
No, Lego Island.
Oh yeah.
If there is a
Yeah.
game that I feel like it needs to stay in obscurity, it's Lego Island. And yet, for some very strange reason, very dedicated fans decompiled that dang thing and made PC ports for it for like modern computers.
Doesn't that like run in browser?
Yes, it's so low maintenance it can run in the browser. Somebody made a browser port.
So now you don't even need to say, "Whoops, you need to put the CD in your computer." We don't
Actually,
even
I
need that
wonder.
screen anymore.
Out of curiosity, I'm gonna go and check. I need to go to the internet and check something. Enjoy the sounds of Banjo Kazooie menu music for a moment.
I have the stream muted, so I can't actually hear the game sound anyway.
Ooh, there it is. The URL. You know what? I'm gonna copy this URL and I'm just gonna send it in the chat. Here's all of Lego Island playable in browser. There you go.
Fun.
There we go. It fully functional. Now, question. I want to check something real quick. Okay, so yeah, it has like you can run the game, configure it. What's the free? Oh, the free stuff area is just talking about development and about Lego Island. README. There's a cancel button. Dude, you know one thing they need to add to this this menu here? They need to add the animation for whoops, you need to put your CD in the computer. Dude, what a missed opportunity. Like just one more piece of nostalgia. Just slip that in somewhere.
Aw.
Oh man. Well. Whoops, you have to put the CD up your ass. Again, for some reason, Lego Island has had like a strange sticking power in like a lot of the places I hang out.
Oh, I just discovered something insane.
Oh,
There's another port that someone just made to browser of a game that I never was expected to get ported to browser ever, but they did.
do tell.
Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2.
Huh. Really?
Really?
I could see how that would work.
I posted a link in the Twitch chat. Go check that out.
Heck yeah.
That's interesting.
I could see you being able to play Super Monkey Ball with a ball, like, with a mouse or something similar. Or heck, with just like keyboard keys, like you could probably make it work. Though, if you wanted more like precise controls, I feel like you would want more than that.
I feel like the whole point of Monkey Ball is not having precise control, though.
Is it? Is it? I mean, I know that Monkey Ball is basically like you press a button and the entirety of the world tilts one direction. What a strange thing. You're right. That is one of those things that you don't expect to get, like a PC browser port, but yeah, here we are. Do you remember the old, like, Flash-based websites that had, like, NES browser? Actually, no, like, NES emulators built in?
Yes.
Yeah, you remember how jank those were? Like, we are upgrading significantly from those days.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about, like, just rigging an emulator into JavaScript. Now it's just like, no, here's the straight-up engine. It's like the full engine code right here. Oh, okay. So I have a handful of jiggies left to get for this particular map, and like I know one of them is the Jinjo mission. God help me, because I don't know where the fricking Jinjos are in this map, and like they're stretched between 4 like massive freaking worlds, and they could be in any one of them. So that's annoying. Ow. And then I remember, I think there was one Jiggy you're supposed to get that involves like finding a seed or something and planting it in the in like that garden area, if my memory serves me right. Yeah, this one. I mean, I'm assuming you need to do something here. Unsure. I don't know. The good news is that, like, again, this port is incredibly friendly. Like, incredibly user-friendly. Way more than the actual game itself, in that it saves a lot of pieces of progress that you normally wouldn't actually get with an actual cartridge. So, like, I've collected all the notes, but if I hadn't, they would still be collected after, like, I collected them the first time, so. Thankful for that. Think I'm gonna finish up this map sometime later on my off time. And then, oh yeah, your best note score for this world is now 100. I think that means I've got all the notes in the game. If my memory is not shoddy. And I only need 3 more Jiggies in order to get all of the Jiggies in the game. And I believe I have collected all of like the empty honeycomb pieces. So like I have 8 pieces of life to work with. I mean, real, like I have not like completed Banjo-Kazooie this thoroughly in ever, frankly.
Have you never done a 100% run?
Nope.
That is shocking.
Well, my thought process.
100% run this time.
My thought process was like, I can't be arsed. It's like there's just. I remember when I tried to play this on the stream way back when. I did it on my actual cartridge, and my opinion at the time was, oh, I don't want to go through all the trouble of getting every single thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and play the game how I would normally play it, and play it organically. And then I learned the unfortunate truth with Banjo-Kazooie, and that is it is deceitful. in that it's very, very user friendly, and like it introduces you with a nice hug, and it's just like, oh, here, come on, play this nice, fun, campy 3D platformer kind of thing. You'll enjoy it. Here, go collect a whole bunch of notes and eggs and all these things. And then it tricks you later on in the game and says, hey, you know all those things that you were collecting throughout the entirety of the world? You needed all those. All of them. But the game doesn't really tell you that. It just kind of assumes that you will be, you'll have the weird complex to like just collect every single freaking thing available to you.
That
So
was
it's like
my
Metroid
problem
Prime
with
4.
That was my problem with this game is a game that's actually very similar to Banjo-Kazooie that I played on the PlayStation back in the day. It was called 40 Winks. It was
That sounds
3D.
familiar. I don't think I ever
It's a
played
3D.
it, but I've heard.
Yeah, it's it was
Is that the
supposed to
game
have
where it has
an.
that move over Mario quote on the front of it?
Yep.
Yeah, that'll get your game sold. Immediate competitiveness.
It was very hyped back in the day, so I bought it for PlayStation. And what's interesting is that it was supposed to have a Nintendo 64 port, but the N64 port never got released until like a couple of years ago, where they actually like found the code. I guess they found the code for it, and some company finished it and actually released it through like a special, like one of those like limited run game type things.
Yeah.
So you could actually go and get the N64 version that never existed before. But yeah, the game is very, very similar to Banjo-Kazooie, and I never beat it because it also required, basically, to get through the game, you had to collect everything.
Every fucking thing.
And nowadays, that wouldn't be so bad because you just look up a YouTube video of everybody like, where is all of the shit in this level that I can't find? And somebody will find it for you, and then you know where to look.
Right.
But back in the day, no.
Like,
Nope, screw
I'm
you.
working
Nope.
off of memory, so I don't know how biased I am. I feel like all the items in Banjo-Kazooie are not super hard to look for. I do think you need to be very, like... I don't know. You need to be very careful about looking at every single nook and cranny, though. Just to make sure you're not missing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, at least with Banjo-Kazooie, you can easily find all of the bits that you need. But like I said, it's the whole, like, you don't just need to get a lot of the things to complete the game. You need to, like... Basically, my first playthrough of Banjo-Kazooie on the stream was kind of botched in that I just played through the levels how I felt like playing them, and then I realized, oh no, in order for you to be able to get through this door at the very end, you need to have, like, a ton more notes. And you also need to have, like, you actually need the Cheeto pages. They're not just cheats. They call them cheats, but let's be real. They are upgrades. You need the upgrades. You also need to have, like, I'm trying to remember, there were some other things that I know you absolutely had to have in order for you to be able to get through Banjo-Kazooie unscathed. Good God. It was quite a battle. I basically had to go back into the game and recollect everything and go through all the worlds a second time just so I could, like, come back with all the stuff I needed to complete the game. It was... Brr. And that's why nowadays, I kind of 100% the game without even thinking about it. Because I realize I need all this.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, game total, 900 notes, 96 jiggies. I guess that means there's 100 jiggies in total. Interesting.
Makes sense.
24 empty honeycombs. Like I said, I think I got all the honeycombs, like, because I believe 8 is your max health. Anywho's, if you could manage to get your hands on, a digital copy of Banjo-Kazooie, legally, I would highly recommend trying the recomp, because it does so much good stuff to like, preserve what it originally was and then some, including like, a lot of quality of life things, as well as giving you access to mods, which I don't have at the moment. But I probably will dive into that, and maybe I'll do an entire stream on like a particular mod one of these days.
I'd love to
Neat.
see you try Jiggy's a Time. Jiggy's a Time is amazing.
Jiggies of Time, like, so on the recomp they already have links over to Jiggies of Time. The cool thing is that apparently the recomp itself is about to make an update sometime pretty soon that will include a way to just like go and get these mods without having to go and like download them from separate sources. You can just like download them
Yeah, it'll
directly
all
in
just be
browser.
built in, like, the mod browser will be built into the recomp itself.
Yeah, and that's gonna be really cool. I
It's
did
gonna be
decide
great.
to go and grab the recomp like 1.0 now, just because you know what? Projects like these, it's always a big fat question mark whether or not the parent company is gonna come in and punch somebody. So it's good to like get in on it now before they decide to do that. Alright. Oh, this was nice and chill. I'm gonna go back to the magma and see if there's anything crazy that's been going on.
Okie dokies.
I don't see any. Oh, wait. I see one thing that I don't recognize. What is this fluffy little thing?
It's a spinny boy.
What are you?
It's a fluff bit,
Did I turn into cotton?
cotton bit.
What's going on there? Flower, what's it? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel right now. Oh. Mondays. Okay, I don't see anything like brand spanking new on here.
Very
You guys are
tired,
nuts,
Bill.
though. I started the magma with the expectation that like, no one's gonna touch it. Whatever. It's just gonna sit there. But no, you guys have been like doing a lot of like really fun stuff in here, and I appreciate it. Awful bit. Did not get to see wait. I did not get to see you see Spampton, but that is okay, Lamau. Oh yeah, we looked at Spampton. It's on the VOD. I like the exact moment that we see it is when I look over and I go, all right, something evil is happening over on the VOD. Or no, something in the evil in the magma is happening. And I'm just like, yeah, screw it. We're going over here and looking at it now.
Listen, man, I am not an artist. I am an engineer.
I like that one. He looks confused and concerned. His children. What? What have you done? It's a strange creature.
Is Spampton secretly Bit's father?
No. I'm not going to allow this to be canon. On principle.
Do not do it!
Do not even think about doing it.
Do not even not think about not
I don't
doing
know.
it!
I don't know. I think we're gonna need a DNA test.
No! I am not
I
Peepus
had-
Man!
It's not delicious!
Shush up! Let me see if... Is there anybody currently live on Twitch that I could, like, toss you guys over to? Oh? Well, Big Nose Bug is currently on. What are they currently playing?
There's another one.
They're playing I'm on Observation Duty 8.
Ooh, I love those games.
I've not heard of that. That looks very like horror-ish.
It's basically spooky I Spy. You look at a bunch of rooms and you try to see if there's any spooky things, and you point out the spooky things.
Oh, is it one of those like anomaly games?
Yeah, it's cool.
Where it's just like, you're looking at all the rooms and then suddenly one of the rooms, like, a chair moves to the center of the room and you're just like, you're not supposed to be there.
Yep.
Yep,
Or
that's
sometimes
exactly
it's a
it.
chair moving, and sometimes it's a ghost of a naked man just standing in the hallway.
Great. Well, as long as Big Nose Bug is up, I'll go ahead and rate us out to there. Let me.
Sweet.
Here.
Yeah.
I've seen
game
some of the
jams are
streams for Big Nose Bug, and they're very wholesome and very fun.
sweet.
Some of the tags they currently trade underneath are VTuber, theme park, mascot, furry, and ToonTuber. Which actually, come to think of it, I really should start trading around as a ToonTuber because, like, let's be real, like, I don't really line up with the the category of a standard VTuber.
I don't know. I think VTubers can be in a multiple styles. I don't know why the VTuber has to exclusively be like
Well,
anime.
I'm not saying that I have to like throw out the name of VTuber, but I will say, VTuber is kind of a really broad. Well, like you mentioned, like it's kind of a broad spectrum.
It's very broad.
ToonTuber, on the other hand, that's a little bit more specific, and it does kind of like that does kind of describe me because I do sort of model my look based off of like cartoon aesthetics. So it might be a good tag to add at some point here. All right, let me. I accidentally typed raid wrong. Let me retype that. There we go. When people hear VTuber, they first think anime, even though the term is broad with art styles. I think that's just gonna be the
Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
I don't know. I think that's just how people are gonna be. Like, it's the stereotype. Kind of have to just like when I think VTuber, the first thing that I immediately think is like anime waifu that happens to also play video games. And like I know that's not what it is, but I also know that a lot of people that's their thought process.
Yeah, well, that's because literally we have VTuber agencies that like Hololive and Nijisanji that are literally that, and they've actually established when they established VTubing as a business, it was anime girl idol type thing. But that's not exclusively what VTubing is. It's just
it's not, but
one
that's kind of what the
specific
rounded
mainstream idea
consensus
of
is.
it. Yeah.
You know what I think needs to happen? ToonTuber agency. Somebody get on that.
Oh my god, I would love to do that.
Call
if
me,
I
damn
had
it.
any money or resources, I would absolutely do that.
Unfortunately,
Even
I'm not...
if my character does, the only reason my character leans more anime style is just because I just thought that would have more mass appeal.
See, I'm not I'm not much of a managerial type of person, so I know I probably could not arrange something like that. But I mean, I've heard of like some VTuber agencies and VTuber groups that have like just gotten together and made a name for themselves simply to make things easier and make things a little like just to have an identity so people can look at it and go, oh yeah, they're a VTuber group, and then like by association everybody in the group ends up benefiting because everybody's viewers are more or less melding together. So there's some positivity to like being a part of a VTuber group or agency, whichever one. And actually, there probably is like VTuber groups that do categorize themselves as ToonTuber groups. I just haven't personally like looked into it very much. Also, I don't actively scout out looking for friends based off of like, oh, are you popular on the internet? I'd like to do that organically, please.
Yep.
Alrighty. I'm gonna head over to the end screen here. Get me a little bit of a rundown on what we're going to be doing for the next week. Next Wednesday, I'm going to be diving into some more Super Chip Flake. Ooh, that should be fun. I will be on Saturday. I'll be playing more Silk Song, and I don't know what we're going to be doing next Sunday. Just whatever I feel like. Again, sometimes we just do a whole bunch of chats, which is kind of what we did tonight. Though I also decided to add gameplay. No rules here. And then a little bit of a reminder: we are still currently doing our playthrough of a watch through of Gravity Falls. We've just gotten through season 1, and we are moving into season 2, which is where the lore starts happening. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Season 1 is season fun. Season 2 is season continuity.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear you've been missing them, Muffin. I hope that, like, you know Gravity Falls and therefore could maybe jump in whenever. And, like, I hope you don't jump in and just be like, who are these strange creatures? Anyway,
Season
I
2
don't
has
know
some
if
of the
this is
best
still the
episodes of
case.
the entire series.
what was that?
Yeah, and no, go
Season
ahead.
2 has some of the best episodes.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
But I don't know. And also, Muffin, I don't know if this is still the case, but I remember when Book of Bill released, which was in 2024, the entirety of Gravity Falls season 1 was on YouTube for free officially. So it may still be up, it may not be. You will have to go and check on that. But if it is, there you go. You can go and watch it on YouTube, and then you're all caught up for next week.
I believe it is.
I forgot. I think we talked about that once. And I believe we discussed the idea of, like, Bit, you haven't watched Gravity Falls yet. Is it because, like, it's just not easy for you to get it or watch it? It's on YouTube. If you want to, you just pull it up. Just stream it to yourself. And I'm just like, no, it's because I'm making excuses. Watch the whole series like 3 times. Ah, I see. Very nice.
See, you just want to be there for the
You're well
you know.
informed. You just want to be there for,
Yeah.
like, possibly our commentary. And also Gravity Fall good.
Yes.
Straight up.
I want to be there to see Bit freak out with all the stuff in season 2 that happens.
Should be interesting. Alrighty. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and toss you guys over to Big Nose Bug. So there we go. Raid is imminent. Thank you guys again very much for coming out. I appreciate it a lot. Any last minute things you guys want to say?
Thank
Not
you for
really.
tuning into the stream, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic night and take care.
Yes, that. And if you are and be safe if you are in the path of the winter storm like I am with all the ice and the snow and the whatnot.
Oh yeah, bundle up and have plenty of resources in the event of a power outage.
That too.
All right, see you later, everybody. Have a good one.
Bye bye.
See ya.